The Horrible Gamers podcast may contain content not suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Horrible Gamers podcast, show number 393. Been recorded on May the 2nd, 2022. I'm one of your hosts, Jesus Gonzalez, known as Jesus Walks Out. Today, I'm joined by my friend from the West Coast, the Best Coast, Gunny Chief. Henley Merrill is back. Welcome back, Gunny. Welcome.
Hey, West Coast here. What's happening, guys? Glad to be back on. Nice vacation
West
week.
Coast.
It's been relaxing and lots of
Best Coast. Yeah. And also from the West Coast, the Best Coast, our friend from, I don't know if, what is Washington? Is it little big Washington, big little Washington, medium-sized Washington? I don't know.
It's big. Apple State, Washington.
the non-capital Washington.
Yeah, the fake Washington. We got from TXL, from this Xbox Live podcast, our friend Mark, aka Wingman 709. Welcome, Wingman, welcome.
Hey, everybody, how you doing? Glad to be here.
Yeah. And also from big Oregon, non-hobo Oregon, Bill Gardner II is here. Hello, Bill.
Hell yeah, what's going on?
Yeah.
I forgot your gamer tag for a second. It's Dead Kamikaz3, right?
Yeah, it's Dead Kamikaz3.
Yeah, I figured. See, you got so many names. I call you like different things like every week.
My gamer tag is the same name. You're just using my real name too.
No, but like your
and then
Patreon
you gotta add
name.
the Elden Lord in there too. Yeah.
Yeah, and the Patreon name threw me off.
Yeah.
All
Well,
that
you're
stuff.
like me with the Facebook and the
Biggest
Twitter with
feed.
the different names.
Yeah, you gotta have the same name on everything, man. Come on, make it easy for people. Jeez.
Well,
We want
Jonathan
different
had to start
personas.
the shit with changing your name, so I had to go big.
Anyways, people, you can follow us. Oh, actually, well, just to let y'all know, the little big Mayo from Little Big Ohio is not here.
Where is he?
He's doing Mayo stuff. I mean, what does Mayo do when Mayo's not Mayoing? He's doing something. I don't know.
He's working,
doing
unfortunately. That sucks.
Yeah, whatever.
Working on the farm. Hell yeah.
Priorities, man. Come on.
He's out there farming in Little Ohio.
Well, it's
He's on
planting
the
season. Isn't
Prime
it?
corn season.
It's corn season, guys. You got to be out there. He's driving the big combine. Yeah.
And
he has like that straw in his mouth. He's wearing like some coveralls. Some
Best kind of
overalls.
I just keep playing that
he-
Jason Aldean song.
He's got like a big straw hat on. He's out there just sweating, man. He's just sweating. Yeah, well, Mel, hopefully we'll see you next week. He's gone. And that fucking Canadian Ryan, that guy, he's doing Canadian stuff.
Maybe he's thawing out. Maybe Ryan's thawing out.
That motherfucker is up there apologizing to people probably like usual. That's what the Canadians do when they're not talking to Americans. They're sorry. Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, eh? Oh, sorry. That's all they do when they're up there. It's probably what he's doing right now. He's probably apologizing to people. Anyways, Ryan, we'll see you sometime. I don't know when. Hopefully never. Anyways, welcome to the show, people. Twitter, you can follow us at _HorribleGamers. Leave us a review on iTunes. Spotify, you can leave us a review there as well. And just to let y'all know, you can find us on every podcast platform, including Stitcher Podcast, Pandora Radio, everything. Just everything. Go find us. You can also find our show over on Facebook, and the Horrible Gamers podcast page. The show goes there, Gunny. It goes there every week. It goes there, okay?
Good.
But there's also a super secret Facebook group that is our community on Facebook. Go join that. Everything you post in there stays in there. That's right. To join there, all you got to do is answer a couple super secret hard questions to make sure you're not a robot. Yeah. Even though I feel like robots would be smarter than that, they would be able to answer the questions. Maybe we need to dumb down the questions to make them so fucking dumb that only a human would understand them. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta change the wording around, Gunny. Only a human would understand what the hell we're asking. And the robots would be too stupid to understand what the hell we're saying. Yeah, we should do that instead. That'll filter out the fucking bots. Damn it. Join us on Facebook. Join us on Discord. We have a Discord link in the show notes. Discord is probably the best way to join us now, as it is a growing gaming community. And on top of that, everyone has Discord. Like, just get with the times, dude. It's 2022. Yeah. Get on Discord.
Even my great aunt has Discord for her flower group.
For her flower group. Look at that. Her fucking flower group.
Like I made that up just now. It's like a real thing.
Yeah, I mean, there's literally a Discord. There is a Discord. I kid you not. There's a Discord for everything out there. I found Discords for weird shit. There is a Discord for possibly anything you can think of. You know, there's a Discord. So, find our Discord, the Horrible Gamers Podcast Discord, just by clicking the invite link in your show notes. You know, you just type that into any browser. It'll take you right to our Discord thing. And if you already have a Discord account, you just simply join. That's it. Like, it's just, you're in. Like,
we need some more people keeping this thing active.
Yeah, it's
not that hard.
Quiet in there.
It's been a little quiet. Like, Bill's not working hard enough to keep people active. It's too quiet. We need more people. So join it. And,
well, Wingman joined today, so maybe he can change it up.
Yeah.
I don't even use our own Discord.
Oh, come on, Wingman.
Dude, I'm very anti-social media. I'm too old for this crap.
I know you're on those Twitters. Just type it away with Elon Musk. I hear you.
I hate Twitter.
That
has nothing to do with him, by the way. It's just I've hated it forever.
Me too. I have one now and I really use it. You could buy some of our gear, though, over at Redbubble and wear it. Wear a nice shirt, Gunny, maybe a nice sweater, even though it's not sweater weather. It is more like springtime, summer. Well, I don't know, Oregon.
Depending on where you live.
Keeping Elden Ring notes in that.
I fucking kid you. Like, right now in Oregon, it is fucking pouring, dude. It's been pouring the last 4 weeks. It's nothing but rain. Nothing but rain. And I'm not talking about a little piss rain like, oh, I'm gonna it's a little drizzle. No, dude, like, it's fucking pouring like fucking Noah's Ark is about to happen, dude. Like, there's so much rain. Okay?
Hail shit, too.
I thought global warming took care of all that rain.
Fucking hailstorms. No, there ain't no such thing as that. That. Don't believe the bullshit you hear on the news, okay? There's a lot of water here. We got too much water.
That's right.
We don't know what to...
I know you're lying, Jesus.
What?
I know you're lying. I just heard before we started recording, I heard your neighbor, you were complaining he was out mowing his lawn.
Well, he is, but he's mowing in the rain. These guys are
what we do in Portland.
Rain.
Out of here. These guys are nuts. They just do everything in the rain. They don't give a shit. But yeah, I mean, it's been really weird out here. Like, last year we had the driest April, like in the last 100 years, they said, or something like that. This year in April, they said it's in like one day we received like more rain than we did all of April last year in one day. So like, it's really been pouring here in Oregon. I mean, it's fucking crazy, dude. It's just nothing but rain. It's not been hot at all, Gunny. I've been wearing my Columbia jackets and shit everywhere.
What?
You know?
Gee, you know it's spring. I mean, I know spring showers bring April, whatever. But yeah, I thought
we got plenty of spring showers.
Yeah, we better be a lot of Mayflowers in the motherfucker, because damn, you know, it really is a lot of April showers.
It's been cold here. I don't know what's it's been like. It hasn't exactly been spring weather.
So go get yourself some sweaters. If you're in the Pacific Northwest, get yourself a nice sweater over at Redbubble that says HGP on it. They're pretty nice. Trust me, I've had a few of my friends buy some and they sport them, and I'm like, that's a nice sweater you got there. Nice. Also, you support the show, guys, by keeping yourself nice and groomed. If you know what I'm talking about, Gunny, Manscaped. That's right. We're back with Manscaped this week, ladies and gentlemen. Manscaped is the world's leader, Gunny,
Yeah, I
in
used the
men's
Weed Whacker
grooming.
today.
Oh,
Right.
the Weed Whacker.
I whacked
You know,
this morning.
Wow. Oh, okay. And we use, I've been using their products, Gunny. I've used the Lawnmower 3.0 and the Weed Whacker 4.0. And these devices work pretty damn fucking good, Gunny. With, the Lawnmower, it is water resistant, Gunny. So you can take a shower, you go in the shower with that motherfucker.
Yeah.
And they're just shaving away and shit. You're like, whoa. And Gunny.
If it's like a low light situation, which, it's even got its like own little light on it too, which is pretty awesome. It does have its own little light on it, Gunny. That's a good point. I forget to mention the light. Some people may need that.
When you're showering in the dark.
Yeah, you're showering, bro, and
Sure.
you're shaving. You're shaving. Next thing you know, hour goes out. You're gonna be glad you had that fucking light.
Yes.
Yeah, you just keep doing your thing. All right, you don't gotta stop. Nothing.
No headlamp
right.
required.
Head on over to Manscaped, ladies and gentlemen. Get yourself some nice products from Manscaped. Gunny, they have more than just men's grooming products. They got other stuff. They got t-shirts. They got boxers. They have body wash. They have shampoo.
The boxers are amazing.
They are.
They're really comfortable.
I love the boxers.
They have some pretty nice cologne, Gunny. I bought some of their cologne, and it smells pretty good. It smells manly, Gunny. That manly smell, Gunny. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm.
Nice, clean.
Not this millennial fucking SJW pussy smell. We're talking that manly must smell. Yeah, yeah. That I just cut down 6 trees outside.
Hey, whoa, easy there. Easy on the testosterone there, Jesus.
I cut down all the trees with my bare hands.
Sounds like you're awake, so
grab my
good.
flannel.
Yeah, my big flannel. Yeah, you got the big muscle stick ripping up your flannel. Yeah. All right, listen. Yeah, you want to be that guy? You go over there to Manscaped.
I don't know.
Yeah, big axe. You drive. Yeah, you're a big man. And you want to be that type of guy? You head on over to Manscaped. Get yourself some nice products from them. Use promo code HGP20. Get yourself 20% off any item with free worldwide shipping. So that is code HGP20. So go ahead, ladies and gentlemen. Get yourself some Manscaped products. Anyways, Gunny, I believe that is all we have for ads. Now let's head on over to Patreon. You can support the show with the monies by being a Patreon machine. Like our friend Leahy, Jason Sams, Robert Noble, Sean Pacharek, Chad, and Liam, Porchapu, Nipron, the best HGP host ever, Evan, Big Girls, Big D, Tanaka. Now let me emphasize that the girls in this name here is plural, okay? Okay, Bill? You got that?
Yep.
Plural, bro. Multiple, okay? All right. Jonathan, Titan, Big D Hall, and the first HGP Patreon, Bill, still even the biggest D, Garner the second, comma, gotta take a breath there. So, comma, you gotta take a breath. The Elden Lord.
That's right.
Wow, this gets even longer and longer every few months.
You will give us some knowledge on that.
I gotta keep you reading a little bit longer, Jesus.
Yeah.
Reading's fundamental.
I feel like, pretty soon I feel like I want to be introducing the Queen of England or some shit. I have like 50 titles following his name.
That's right.
I'm his protege, Sir Henley.
Anyways, let's get into what we've been playing, Gunny. Just real quick this week, I haven't really played much. I'll be honest with you, Gunny. I haven't played much. All I played a little bit of this week was a little bit of Battlefield, more Battlefield 2042. Now, continuing with the same kind of things that were there the week before. I mean, they did an update. The weapon attachments and balancing issues seem to be mostly fixed. A lot of people seem to be happy with the way the guns kind of work now and how more balanced it feels, between each weapon. Like, all the guns don't really feel the same anymore. Obviously, there's still a few guns that people tend to go towards because that's the meta or whatever. People are like, we got to be using this gun because it's the best. And then, of course, that happens. But, like, before I wouldn't be able to get that many kills with the sniper rifle. Now I can actually get into a match with the sniper rifle, and I'm doing pretty good. I'm like getting kills and shit. I'm like, wow. I don't know. But Battlefield, they're trying things, I guess, with that. They did come out and say that this month, May, they have the next big update. So apparently they're going to be doing these updates monthly, I believe, from what I've heard, to try to fix the game. I mean, the game literally, Gunny, peaked at 100,000 players on Steam. And like now on average, daily, the most that I've seen lately is like 3,500 players playing at once.
Wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you go from 100,000 to 3,000. In terms of an EA game, EA probably sees this as a failure.
Right. Yeah.
I would think so,
Let me ask you real quick, because if everybody remembers, what was it, last month? Again, this could have been like something blown out of proportion, but what was up with the fact that they were even talking about, hey, we're working on another one? What was up with that? Did you ever find out any more information on that to see whether it was true or what the deal was on that? Like, to kind of say that this game was a failure, we're making another one. Like, was it just all BS from, not EA, or I don't know. It just seemed weird that was a thing. And unfortunately, I never followed up because I'm like, what in the world are they even talking about?
Well, thank you for bringing that up, Gunny. I'll give you an update during the news hour later on the news. All right, Gunny. Thank you, Gunny. All right. Now, Battlefield. It's Battlefield, man. It's just, like I said, really nothing's been changing. But one thing that I have noticed now is that the VoIP, the voiceover IP or whatever, the fucking voice in game, the chats, it doesn't work. Now, I don't know if I'm having issues because I'm playing on PC, and usually when I'm squatted up, sometimes I'm with PC players, a lot of times I'm with PlayStation players, sometimes I'm with Xbox players. I don't know if the voice chat should work cross-platform. I just don't know if it does, or if it's just really busted up in the game where, like, they said they introduced the feature, but it doesn't fucking work. I don't know, man, because I've yet to hear anyone speaking in the game. No, actually, I correct myself. The other day I was playing with the guy on PlayStation, and of course, like the typical fucking PlayStation player, he was playing some loud-ass music the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, turn down your music, dude. No, just nothing. Just all I hear is, and then the other dude's talking to like his girlfriend about lunch or dinner. Like, what do you want to have for dinner today? He's like, oh, I don't know. Go get me some Doritos and Mountain Dew. I don't know. And like, they were just talking about dinner and shit. And this other dude's playing loud music. I'm like, do these guys not know their mic is on? Now, I think they don't, Gunny, because I think on the PlayStation 5, DICE or EA or whoever, well, really DICE, they probably put the feature of voice chat in the game where it's just on a console. Yeah. There's no push to talk. Right. The mic is always on. So if their mic on their controller is not muted, anything they're doing is coming through that mic at all times.
Yeah, that's an issue with your game.
Yeah. And most people on PlayStation don't ever notice if their mic is muted on their controller, because all it is a little light, right, that turns orange or whatever when it's muted. Like, if you don't look down on your controller, which most people don't because it's just muscle memory, you're never going to notice that you're not muted. So you can have a whole conversation about something that you may not want people to know about, and now these people you're playing games with know about.
Yeah, what's for dinner and what kind of Doritos we're getting. Yep.
No, and that's like a thing that happened back when the Kinect came out on the Xbox One original, the Xbox One.
Yeah,
when the Kinect came out with
that thing worked pretty well.
It worked good, but what sucked was most game developers that had multiplayer games had voice chat enabled by default. So any conversation you were having, your fucking Kinect was picking it up. Now these people are in the fucking game laughing at you or whatever. Like, this dumbass doesn't know we're listening to this conversation,
Yeah.
That would happen a lot, So if you're on PlayStation 5, I guess I'm warning you. Make sure your mic is muted if you're playing a Battlefield game, because if it's not,
I'm taking your Netflix password.
Yeah,
and
you don't want people hearing about your forgery.
Yeah, bro. Just letting you know. Just be careful out there,
Jonathan and his Portland drugs.
Yeah, his damn Portland. Yeah, no one wants to hear you smoking a bong, okay, Jonathan?
Take your heart and go to Moe's.
Yeah. God, dude. No one wants to hear you smoking a bong and talking to your dog about whatever. Like,
give us
no
your
one wants to hear
address. We're going there.
Social security number.
Jonathan sent me.
And, hey, honey, what was your social security number again? Just say it out loud in a gaming lobby.
Your birthday?
Yeah. What was your birthday as well?
What was your mother's maiden name? I can't remember.
Oh, man. That would be terrible. Anyways, gentlemen, I also played another game this week. I played some more Ready or Not. Now, if you may know or may not know, that is that SWAT team game where you're playing as a SWAT team and you're kicking in doors and you're arresting a bunch of crackheads or shooting them. If they're coming at you with the gun, you got to shoot them. Yeah, that game is so good. Like, I can't fucking wait, Gunny, to see, like, oh man, I just want the next update. I wish that game was out already, like in full access, like full, like out of fucking early access, dude. Because this would probably be all I play, dude, for like a long time, Gunny.
You think so? You think you will? I mean, I know it's not. I don't want to compare it to Rainbow Six Siege or whatever. I know you had your time with that game, and this is different. I understand. But I don't know. I mean, really, if it's got that much potential,
it does.
Satisfactory.
Yes, it would be. Like the game is so good, man. Like, there's no better feeling than kicking in like a door and some crackhead ran at you with the gun, shooting at you, and you're like fucking just taking everyone and like fucking shooting all the crackheads, and then like it's so intense, dude. The game is so intense, man. Like it's nothing like you and your buddy stacking up on a hallway door, and you hear people on the other side of the room, and you're like, fuck, there's somebody in this room, guys. And no one brought the fucking door camera to check under the door, like, see if they have guns. So you're just going in blind, and it really sucks, dude. Like, if you're going blind, like, it's a risk, man. You kick that fucking door, you bash it in or whatever. Most of the time, not all the time, one of those crackheads in that room is going to have a gun. And they're going to shoot at you, and you're going to die really fast. Because I think the reaction time of the bad guys is like 1.2 seconds. And I think it was before, it used to be like 1.9 seconds or something. And the developer said that was too slow. We're gonna make him react faster. So they actually lowered the reaction time of the bad guys. Sometimes they're like really fast, dude. Like, they react so fast. It's kind of scary.
Very well-trained crackheads, yes.
They are. They're very accurate with their guns, I'll tell you that. Sometimes they will miss, though. Like, sometimes they'll run from you and they'll shoot at you while running from you, and they will miss. But sometimes they will hit you and you're dead. And, and if it's not you getting killed by the crackhead, it's the teammate behind you who shot you because they panicked. So they were trying to shoot too, and they shot you as well. So they killed you instead of the bad guy. And it's like friendly fire and like all this shit, like, it's fucked. Like, you could totally kill your teammates in this game, man.
Jesus,
it happens.
I watched some of the training, more of like a small training video they were doing with the Halo TV show, which I'm sure we'll talk about later. But it was pretty cool. It was like, you figure most people on that set, they've fired guns before and blanks, and they've been in movies or TV shows, or they've had some experience with it. But just watching what it takes to have like a former U.S. Spec Ops, military guy there with another movie trainer, and just showing them, how to move and don't stand behind each other when your guns are raised, and just different things like that. Where I just thought it was pretty darn cool. Where they just, so they look like really true Spartans, and just how to fire guns, and it was pretty awesome.
Yeah. But, yeah, man, Ready or Not, an incredible game. I fucking love that game. There's really, like, even in early access, what I have played is amazing. And like I said, like, I'm so excited to see what the future of this game is, because just a little bit that they have in the game that I've played, it's really good. And there's not one person that I've invited to play the game with me that has said, oh, like, I don't like the game, it sucks. Like, like, not one person, dude, has said like that. That's everyone's like, fuck, dude, like, I may suck at it, but that was fucking fun. Like everyone that I've ever played with, Gunny, that's played that game with me, they're like, wow, dude, I died so fast, but that was so intense. It was so much fun. I don't know, man. It's like a high or something, you know? It's like you're chasing that adrenaline high, you know? And it's almost like when PUBG took over the world, you know? Like the reason people were playing that game wasn't really because it was something new. It's the fucking high and the rush that you get when you win and when you're about to win and you lose, or when you win and you pull it off doing some crazy shit, you know?
Whenever I wanted to play a game of PUBG, Jesus, you were always on. So I just always join you and say, let's go. I think we were playing on OG Xbox Ones at the time. Even as crummy as it was still like a fun game.
It was incredible, man. Like, yeah, so I think it's that high in this game that really keeps the players coming back. Because like right now in early access and the beta or whatever, early access, there is no progression. The guns there's no guns to unlock. All the guns that are in the game are unlocked. So you have free reign of going into the raid or whatever you're doing, the active shooting or whatever's going on in the event that you're playing in. You have the chance to go in there with whatever gear that the game has to offer for the SWAT team. You know, so like there's no progression. The only progression there really is, if any, is if you're the host of the match, you get a grade on how well your team did on that match. You know, that's the only progression that I ever seen in the game. But yet, every time I'm in there, it's not hard for me to find lobbies, you know, and people to play with. It's just, you know, people are playing it, man. It's good.
Good. Sounds like a healthy game.
It's a fucking awesome game. In other news, other things that I've played. So I played some Ready or Not. I played some of that. You know, on my Xbox, I've been playing a little bit of, like, I just been fucking with the cloud gaming, dude. Like, believe it or not, I'm playing fucking cloud gaming. I'm a cloud gamer, dude, on a fucking Xbox. Like, I'm just in there. I go to Game Pass. Even though I have pretty fast internet, Gunny, where I can download most games really relatively fast, you know, at most being a 10-minute, you know, for like a huge game, it would have to be something really big. Even that, like, I don't want to download games because the cloud gaming works, dude. Like, Microsoft figured it out, motherfucker, and they're way ahead of the game, I think, in terms of beating everyone to market with this type of shit, dude. You know, because believe it or not, they have competition. They have Sony as their competitor with their cloud gaming, but they also have Stadia as a competitor, and they have Luna with like Amazon as their competitor, you know?
Yeah, has Luna started yet? I really like the controller that they've been.
Yeah, Luna's going, yeah.
Isn't Sony using Microsoft's as their servers for their streaming too?
I'm not 100% sure on that. I wouldn't doubt it.
They are, but I don't think it's like an everywhere thing. I think definitely, Mark, you would probably know more on that as far as what portion of servers that Sony uses through the Azure cloud. If I even worded that right.
Yeah, I just know that they hooked up with Microsoft for that on their back end because I guess they're, what is it called? Was it Gaikai they purchased?
Yeah.
To do that a long time ago, and I don't think it really paid off for them very well. So, the PlayStation will be getting, you know, their cloud gaming will be going through Microsoft Azure as well. So,
I mean, you know, and yeah, I guess you can, Gunny, I get what you're saying. Microsoft is fucking giving them all the power. All right, okay, I get it. All right, Gunny. But it doesn't matter, Gunny, because that's the other Microsoft team. That's the fucking suit and tie guys, okay, that have been there since the 80s, right?
You're right.
Those motherfuckers.
That you hold your meeting, right?
Yeah, we're going to talk about quarterly profits and then, you know, blah, blah, blah. Like, fuck you, dude. All right, those are they're not the
watch, Jesus, okay?
Yeah, they're not the nerds hanging out with Phil Spencer in the Xbox side, okay? All right, Gunny? They're not the cool guys, dude. Okay?
They don't have leather jackets.
Yeah, they don't have cool leather jackets like Phil does, okay?
Phil and God Howard. Their leather jackets.
The leather jacket is the way to go if you're a developer.
If you're a cool one, anyway.
Yeah, cool one. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, man. Like I said, I just been really messing with the cloud gaming on my console, and I really am enjoying it, man. Like it works, and I'm excited that it works because it just really opens up gaming to more people than you guys may even think of. You know what I mean? There is literally people. We talk about us being, usually pretty, I would say, avid gamers that are on top of things, especially us that are hosting a podcast. We stay on top of games and on top of platforms and consoles and usually tend to gravitate towards the best. We always want to experience what the best gaming is. But a lot of people out there don't have the means or the money or even the access to buy new consoles, and they buy older systems like the Xbox One, or they buy an Xbox, not the Series, but the One X or the One S, and they're buying those systems because they're cheaper. But with this cloud gaming, it enables them to be able to play the brand new games that we're playing on newer systems, and it all fucking works, dude. That is the future, Gunny. More gamers, man.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think we've talked about it before with, and I think once it really, I think there will be that point where it really does kind of catch on with play Halo in the cloud or whatever it might be. Whatever
everything's going to be in the cloud.
Brand new Gear 6 in the cloud.
Yeah,
people are like, what's the cloud? But yeah.
They're developing like cloud native games.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Yeah. I think I talked about that, Bill. Remember that? I think we went into depth on that more, but just made it more cloud friendly or more phone friendly or tablet friendly. And
yeah, it's just that it's all cloud based. You won't download the game. You'll just be streaming it.
And
I'm excited, man. So I'm excited that Microsoft is kind of, I would say, not a pioneer in this, but they're kind of leading the way at this point in time. Because Stadia kind of flopped, right? Like, isn't Google trying to sell that shit off or something now? They're trying to find like a buyer for it.
Yeah.
I have a sealed Stadia controller and dongle over there when they were like
keep that.
Yeah, I was just like, whatever, I'll buy one. Haven't even
like collector's edition, dude.
That's right.
But yeah, so I don't know. I'm just really excited for Microsoft in that aspect of the cloud gaming. But yeah, man, besides all that, I really haven't played much else. On the PC, it's kind of been dormant, man. It's just been sleeping, Gunny. It's been sleeping. Not doing anything. It's just sleeping.
What has it been sleeping?
My PC, dude.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
You gotta wake it up, man.
It's just doing nothing.
Get in on those frame rates, bro.
What? 2 of those games were on PC, weren't they?
Yeah, they both were, actually.
I was like, wait, what is he playing? Ready or Not on the Cloud? What's going on?
Are you playing Battlefield on your Xbox?
Nah, I can't play with the controller.
You'll probably get to stream it soon to your Xbox if you wanted.
Probably could. Yeah.
I've heard rumors that that's coming to EA soon, so it'll be on Game Pass.
Yeah. That's all I played, man. What about you, Gunny?
Oh, man, I've got quite a big list here, but I think I can get through it pretty quick. But, Bill, you want to just talk about Elden Ring now, since I've just been playing the game nonstop? Well, off and on all week, but...
Let's hear about your journey. You've been on it. You've been on it most of the week, so let's hear about it.
Gosh, so level 54, that's still kind of a low level in some comparisons to other people I've seen. You know me, I'm the Twitch guy. I like watching Twitch streams and YouTube videos of everything. But yeah, I still get it, Bill. I'm still at that point where I'm like, I don't know what this game. I don't know what it's. How do I explain? Bill, you know me. It's a classic host on this show. I'm confused as to what I need to do, because I don't know. It's fun, it's an RPG that I love the combat. But yeah,
you were just ready to play a game that doesn't completely hold your hand with a huge UI that's just showing you every single thing. And if you find a thing that you're like, okay, I want to do that, you can look it up.
Yeah, and it's like
the community is crazy right now with all these tutorials and stuff. It's just
there's so many.
You don't want to, and you just want to go off into that direction, and you're like, oh well, then I ain't fighting that bear. I'm going to turn around and go this way. You can do that,
right? Like, I'll give you an example. Well, first of all, I'll say this: I think I've definitely come to terms with the fact that where I feel like, okay, fine, like, I thought I was going to get enough, like, I'm not rune farming at this point or whatever, I'm just getting enough runes to, oh yeah, I need 14,000 runes to level up again. But no, I'm not going to go rune farming, I'm just going to go explore, but keep my runes. But man, don't go in with that headset, mindset that, because you're going to get wrecked and you're going to lose those freaking runes depending on where you're going. And I've just come to terms with the fact that, fine, I'm going to probably die and I'm not going to get upset and, or get frustrated. And yeah, I'm just, I'm focused on what I'm doing, where, yeah, if I'm going to farm runes, which that's another thing entirely, where I'm like, I don't know what to do because they've patched so many different things.
The bird farm's still good.
So the one with the that big rolling ball, they fixed that one. Now it rolls straight down the hill.
Can't do the boulder now?
Yeah, they fixed the boulder. I tried it today. I was like, that thing whacked me in the back. And
I'll have to get on and show you how to get to Mogwin's Palace area.
So Mogwin's Palace, you mentioned that. So
yeah,
I watched a ton of videos on it the last couple of days, but I haven't killed Margaret yet. So it's saying that I can't do that. So maybe that I need to...
Yeah, because you have to kill Margaret to progress the story with the white face, the white mask guy that you see at the beginning of the game.
Not the black mask? So the guy with the black mask is not there. He's not there yet.
No. So at the very start of the game, when you first come out of the Cave of Knowledge, and then there's a guy standing right there, and he's like giving you shit for being maidenless.
Yes.
That guy, you keep talking to him, and then after you kill Margaret, you get he basically tells you, oh, well, meet me at the church. I can't remember what the Church of Roses, I think is what it's called.
Yes,
and that's up in the second area, and then you go there, and he'll give you...
I know what Wingman is thinking right now. I know. I could read it in his face. I know. I could just tell. He's like, this shit sounds so lame.
Think Skyrim, guys, but on a...
even think Skyrim, Wingman, but way more boring.
No. Okay, without books. You don't have to read books and drink mead. You drink all kinds of potions, but still.
Like, listen, you know what I hate in video games? I'm not going to lie. What I hate in video games is this. What you guys are explaining right now where... All right, Wingman, to proceed to the next level, Wingman, you have to go back to the entrance of the first tavern you walk into, knock on the bar 4 times, order a whiskey, drink it, go outside, fight the horse, and then the story will progress to the second area.
You described this game very accurately because that's exactly how this is. Yeah.
I absolutely hate that in games, man. Like, why not just progress the story naturally? If it's an open world game, why do you need something like that to progress the story? Why not just let you go anywhere?
It makes me wonder.
You can.
It definitely makes
can.
It makes me wonder.
Go. There's a golden path. You follow these little cursors, and you get from boss to boss to boss, and you can go that way. But you're probably going to run into a wall where you're like, "Well, fuck, I'm getting fucked up. I need to go do some other stuff." Like, you can go straight to the end. I mean, I think the record right now is 7 minutes with some glitches and stuff.
Jeez,
but yeah, you can go boss to boss if you want. The problem is that unless you're a super skilled player, you're going to probably hit a wall at some of those bosses. But there's all kinds of stuff you can do. You can summon in these little spirit summons that'll help you fight. Sometimes there's an NPC you can summon into the game. You can summon in a friend that can help you. It's like it's as hard as you want it to be.
So you're saying that the developer was not lying when they said this would be the most accessible
some
game
people
they've made?
say it's still hard. It's hard. It's still FromSoft. But if you get to the point where it's too hard, you can either, grind a little bit, summon a friend to help you. You have your spirit summons, which some of those things, even after they nerf them, are just ridiculous. Like, I've sat there, like the first time I killed the last boss, I had my mimic summon, which is basically just a copy of you, and it's a copy of you when you summon it. So there were ways you could kind of get around the point of the game where, okay, I'm going to equip this talisman that's basically like a tank talisman that's going to hold all the aggro. And then I summon him, and he goes and attacks the boss, and then I change that out real quick. So basically I have this little tank, and I just healed him the whole time while I was doing damage to the boss and took him out. So there's just little things like that you can... The game's like begging to be cheesed, basically. Like, you could go straight up, and some of those FromSoft guys that are just super hardcore will tell you, oh, you can't do this, you can't do this. No, fuck that. You can do it whatever you want. If it's in the game, do it.
Yeah. It's there's a lot I'm exploring a lot. It seems like I'm always finding a new grace, which is just more of that checkpoint save section where you can level up and mess with your backpack or whatever it might be called in other games. But still, like, it's and there's bosses and small bosses. But I did finally this week. Get like a decent weapon, but again, I think I had to have the right skills too to defeat an easy boss, right? You can't just stand there and just start hitting on it. But I've just been rocking like a good old shield in the left hand and a nice curved sword in the right hand.
And that's the average build to get through things. But you could also just make it easy and say, oh, fuck that, I'm going to be a mage and just blast a boss for like 3 seconds and kill it.
You're muted, Jesus.
Yeah, I've seen those videos, like on Facebook or whatever, like those clips of people like walking up to like a giant dude, and they just like hit him with like a spell for like 5 seconds, and then he's dead.
Yeah, like there's a spell called Comet Azure, which is probably the one you're talking about, and you can just pop this little flask thing that has a certain thing on it, and it'll basically make it so that you don't use any of your mana for like 10 seconds. But you just pop that and you cast that spell, and it's just a straight beam. Just drains.
Yeah.
And there's other tricks too. Like if you're not using like a mana potion, where, and this would be something I would forget, definitely in combat. Depending on what kind of enemy, I'll just say enemy in general, where if you crouch, and then you come back up from that crouch, it's like that, you're like the mana's been reset. It kind of goes back pretty quickly, So, if you're whacking on an enemy, just, if there's even time, right, you can just crouch and come back and boom, I really don't even use the mana potions. I'm using my, what are they, the golden runes or whatever. So, I get like 6 or 8 potions, health potions. But yeah, I'm also using other things too.
Just Wingman got tired of hearing Elden Ring talk.
He took off. But man, I'm just having a great time. The only one I've been doing, Bill, is what is it? I can't remember the name of the area. So I'm really just kind of farming where it's got like those enemies that they all have these hats, when they're in the fields. But if you don't get the take on those enemies, they're gonna throw out those things with the chains on it, and really tear you up pretty quick. Yeah. I've been doing those guys, and so, and another thing that I tried too in that area was where there's another grace. It's down by another location where you get, it's the guy on the black horse, and so not at the beginning of the game, but at that other location. So you just kind of waited a site of grace until it's nighttime.
Calvary Nights.
Yeah, so he's supposed to, from the video I watched, like, he's going to go through the, he's going to get all caught up in the poison. Well, they must have fixed that because I tried that like 5 times. And yeah, he does get poisoned, but he doesn't get poisoned enough, Even if I go back and
patching that game.
Yeah, I was like, darn it, even after they cork, I'll go back and hit him a few times and he comes back over again. But now they've got enemies down there, right? They've got enemies kind of on that ridge where I can't just stand there anymore. They'll come and just wreck me hard. So those little guys are something else, man.
Yeah, there's actually a few of those knights that you have to, or that you can take down. But yeah, you have to go at night, and they give you some cool stuff, either Ashes of War or weapons, and I think you can actually collect their armor. Basically look like the Oh, what are those things from Harry Potter? The weird
not a talisman. What am I thinking of?
Little, like, black cloak. God, what the hell are they?
Yeah, like the Soul Reapers. What are they?
Yeah, whatever they are.
The Shadow.
Yeah, you can basically like look like.
What are they called? What are those guys called?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yep.
The floaty guys, right?
Yeah.
The ones that
Yeah, the ones that are like hunting them.
Yeah, but Elden Ring. I'll just continue to grind away on it. We'll talk more on that later, as far as better place to go. I don't know. Do you think I should take on Margaret? I just haven't. I've just been like,
yeah, you can. I feel like you can take them on now. With that one, you can summon your spirits, wolves. I'm assuming you have the wolves by now.
I've got a bunch of different ones. I've got like the wolves. I got the zombies or whatever they're called.
Whatever your most powerful one is. The jellyfish tank one is pretty good for that too. But then there'll be somebody outside the door that you can summon to help you as well. And basically, you just have to, take your shot.
Yeah, I just have to go for it. I think I'm still holding back, right? Because you've asked.
Oh, commercial break there.
Sorry, guys, saying goodbye to guest over here.
Messages.
I've just got to get in there. I'm just like, like it's the baby mode in me, guys. That's what it is. It's like, no, I need to hold back. And
yeah, you're probably good for the first boss.
Because everything I want to do, I want Somber Stone number 3, but in order to get number 3, I mean, I really want it that bad. Like, if you didn't go to Margaret and then that other person, well, then, yeah, you're just not getting around it. There's no getting around it. You'll have to do it in order to progress. I'm like, darn it. I just been, man.
You can technically go around those 2 bosses.
I haven't seen a video that shows it.
Yeah, there's a way to go all the way to the east, and you just kind of take this little trail on the other side of the mountain.
Yes, I've done that. I've unlocked a whole bunch of stuff in that upper area.
Yeah, so
I guess what I'm saying is, in order to get some of the cheese after that, like, no, I'm talking. It's more to the right, but anyway. So yeah. There's other things that I want. Oh, the snow area. That's the area I can't get to.
Oh yeah, you can't get to that for a while. You have to.
Yeah,
pretty much kill over half the bosses.
Yeah, you'll have to, because it'll have to teleport you there first, right? It's one of those things.
Yeah, you don't get there till after you get the Erd tree the first time.
Yeah, I just have to get by courage up, man, and just get in there and just go do it.
Yeah, just do it, man. You die.
Right, and then just go back again.
And if you decide that you're not close and you don't want to, just go off and find some more dungeons.
Yeah,
and come back.
I've got my good incantations. I've got some. What do you call them? Just like in Witcher, whatever. You're putting oils on your sword, or on your armor or whatever it might be. Those are cool.
Your grease.
Yeah, putting the grease on. So, yeah, they don't last very long, but just keep that in mind. Yeah.
No, that's why you just got to get a weapon with a good Ash of War.
Yeah. So good stuff. Just loving that game, guys. Fired up the old Cyberpunk on the now that it's Xbox enhanced.
Oh, hello.
Fire that up on the old console.
Jesus, it's interested again.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think who was I talking to? I think it was Ghosting. I'm like, I'm going to fire that. He loved that game. So I'm like, let me fire that up on Xbox. And it plays super well. I haven't played it
Cyberpunk is so good, Gunny.
Yeah,
I love the world. I just love it, exploring it, dude.
So you figure I haven't played since I had the OLED TV, or even, well, it could have been after that. Anyway, I'll just say this. Man, getting in a car and then driving around, it feels so much better. So much better than the way it was before, I think. Okay,
so it did make a difference for you, because I remember last time Mayo said you didn't notice it, but you're saying it is a big difference. Okay, that's cool.
Remember that thing at launch? Now the game worked, but it was definitely giving me motion sickness. And even though I had that box checked on in the options, but still I was like, I cannot play this game. It's going to make me seasick.
The cars were turned hella weird in the beginning. I remember they turned like really square. It was really weird the way they turned, man. Like
sort of like a GTA, an early GTA game,
like a
right?
Giant boat, yeah.
They didn't have like any suspension to the vehicles and stuff like that, I feel like.
Yeah, and now they still have that, like, just that way they turn. It's got its own thing to it, right? Where I forgot what it's called. They don't float as much, and yeah, now they're enjoyable to actually drive, I'll say. But yeah, it was kind of nice just get in there and get the old cloud save and
that game has
boom, boom.
That game has some good memorable missions, man. Like one of my favorite ones was the talking car one, where it's like a car that's like an AI. So he's like a taxi cab or whatever, and he's an AI, but he goes fucking crazy, dude. like his AI goes nuts and it tries to kill you. Like you'll be walking down the street and all of a sudden a car comes out of nowhere and tries to run you over. It's one of the AI cars, dude, trying to kill you.
Is that?
That's part of the game.
Didn't it also have a talking gun? Is that the same game?
Yep, it had the talking gun. I forget what Skippy,
Slippy or Skippy or something. Yeah,
Skippy or something like that. Yeah, the talking gun.
Like you could do certain things to make it either miss every shot or headshot every shot.
Well, no, because in the beginning it would ask you, it would be like, do you want to go peaceful mode, which is like body shots?
That's right.
Or patriotic mode, where it's like headshots only.
Yeah.
And like, depending on what you picked in the beginning, after those 50 shots, after 50 kills or whatever you did, it would supposedly say that it would like activate forever in that mode. But what it does is it gets pissed off of doing the same thing. It gets bored. The gun gets bored. So it switches modes to the other mode.
So yeah, you basically want to pick the one you don't want.
Yeah, in the beginning. It's a cool game, man. Like, I really like Cyberpunk a lot. I know a lot of people didn't like it or didn't really give it a chance. That game, I feel like, if CD Projekt Red supports it, give it another 2 years from updates and like DLC and stuff. And I think that game could be as loved as The Witcher is, or pretty damn close to it. You know what I mean? Like, that game could really be really popular, man.
Yeah, I just don't know if it's gonna get that kind of love from it.
I don't think so.
I think they're pretty much already they're just gonna release that one expansion they've announced and or talked about, and more Witcher.
Yeah, more Witcher.
Which isn't necessarily a bad thing, but yeah, the Cyberpunk world itself deserves more polish. It runs all right now. It runs how it should have ran at minimum on these consoles now, but there's still problems. But yeah, the world building is awesome. It's just there's just all these little things that just threw it off. But yeah, the PC playing it on PC, it was pretty good. I mean, there's still some issues with some weird AI things, but overall, yeah, it was a great experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's man, and I really missed out on one of those deals. I don't know, Bill, if you saw that where it was like $5 everywhere.
Yeah.
But I think I was working that day, and I'm like, you know what? I'll just buy it on PC when I get home.
Best
and
Buy.
It
was $5 at Best Buy, I think. Yeah. I think that was only a physical copy. I don't know if it was a digital thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
I always forget if I bought it digitally or if Ryan did, but I do have a collector's edition for the PlayStation 4. So,
because I know they
and I have the controller and the holder up here.
Somewhere.
Yeah, it's hanging on the wall. Yep.
No, those controllers are nice, but how expensive was that one compared to like a regular controller?
I think it was only like $10 more or something for that one.
So what are they?
All right, that's
right for like both the holder.
Yeah, to get the stand, it costs more.
That's a cool price for like that controller, right? Because you're getting a super hype series that's the kind of the hot shit at the moment, and they didn't overprice that. Yet they come out with the fucking Sonic controller that's like $200 fucking dollars or whatever for that.
No, you just can't buy it. It's a sweepstakes thing.
No. There's an actual Sonic one.
Like, there's an actual to be a retail. Well, that was alleged, right? If I remember from the article.
Was that an official release?
No,
not the furry one. You're thinking of the fuzzy one. There's another one.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I thought that was just something like that Pope Art made or something and selling himself.
No, it was a real thing, and it just, I don't know. It didn't have like official release date. But I think the hopeful things is that it was going to be that was a placeholder for the $199.
I don't know. I'm kind of glad they didn't because I have an issue where I just buy all the damn controllers.
Good.
I would buy that controller, that Sonic controller. I'm going to go with 100. Like, I'll pay 100, but I don't think I'm going to pay.
I mean, I paid 200 for my Halo Elite, but that's an Elite. It's a little bit better.
Yeah. And it's the Halo one, man. Come on, that's cool.
It's awesome. Well, I mean, I bought 2 of those. Sold one for $400 when that game came out.
Wow.
They don't sell those anymore, do they? Those Elite controllers?
They're hard to get.
Yeah,
you can get the Elite, the regular Elite too.
Yeah, but I mean, like the Halo one.
Yeah.
No,
you're talking about that.
Really hard to get.
It was that metallic green looking one.
Yeah,
right?
it's all like looks all damaged and stuff. It's got like battle marks and stuff on it. Yeah, it's a really cool controller.
Is it? Yeah. I'm trying to think if was it Leahy that also had one, or is that did he? He said he had one for sale. I wasn't sure if it was just an Elite or if it was the Halo Elite.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Ask him. Yeah, the Halo one I originally ordered, and then I saw that people were selling their pre-orders on eBay for like $400, and I was like, yeah, I don't need this controller that bad. So I sold it. And then like a week after Halo came out, GameStop put them online, so I bought myself one.
Nice.
Fucking scalper.
Whatever, man. People got to pay for that service, all right? I'm doing the work. Wow. I don't even use Twitter except to get those alerts on in-stock items.
Wow. Okay.
Musk better not mess that up for me.
You've been playing anything else, Gunny?
Yeah, so before I forget, because Ghost Nico was saying I forgot to talk about the Elden Ring, or forgot to talk about Satisfactory
you didn't forget that.
last week. Because I talk about that game so much. But oh yeah, I mean, we played, our normal. Well, we played more because I was on vacation this week, and and he joined my world, I joined his, and it's kind of getting old, Jesus. I don't know. It's wearing on me now because I feel like I'm grinding to the end of this space elevator thing where, to get all the pieces and the parts together, and it's just like, I don't know. It's one of those things where, do I really want to put in all the time to automate these things where I feel like I've already got so much going on, I've got so many other factories and machines going. Do I really want to automate this? I'm going to need more space. I'm going to need more time. I'm going to need more resources. And it's like, no, I'll just kind of like go and feed these machines periodically. It's one of those things where every 30 minutes I'll have to go and, fill a machine up. Because not everything is like in the same spot, right? It's close, but it's not in the same spot. So I'm like, or do I just want to run conveyor belts and call it spaghetti? I do have a lot of spaghetti underneath. When I say spaghetti, we're talking about the conveyor belts, that would run underneath the platforms. So yeah, man, it's, that game. I don't know. So Ghost Nico, he has nuclear power. He's got at least one plant. I know I've seen videos you can put like 20 of those, 50 of those things and just have this, ultra megawatts of power. But I've gotten away from it so far. I've watched some videos where I've just done a lot of coal and oil power, where I just ruin the environment. But,
wow. Way to go, man.
Look,
it's right now.
Video game stuff, it's not real, man. But yeah, there's smoke.
Listen, Gunny, don't believe in that. That planet has plenty of resources. No such thing as global warming there. You're good.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead and destroy that planet. Milk it for all it's worth.
And let me just, if I can add this to just make things worse, where I've got an oil, is it oil? Now I'm trying to think if it's coal or oil. It doesn't matter, right? It's all carbon nastiness stuff. But so that plant that I've got, it's just platforms that run out into the sea, not the ocean, right? It's just regular like bay water that leads to the ocean.
You're just like
yeah, and all that waste stuff, it just kind of aims down, into the water.
Fucking BP Gunny just spilling all into the ocean.
ExxonMobil BP right here, baby. Yeah,
fucking fish.
Well, I don't see any sea life. When I look down there,
because you killed it all.
It's just green bubbles come up every so often, but hey, I've got power. I've got 12 megawatts of power, guys.
That's right. You can use their corpses to insulate your foundation.
Yeah. I think it's worth it, Gunny, for 12 megawatts of power.
Yeah,
that's right.
It's worth it.
But it's just a funny thing where one of the weirdest things about the game where you always get this. I'll just say you get this one. You'll get one item on your is it your body, right? So your hand has everything, just like in a Minecraft situation. But so whatever it is you have on your now I'm trying to think of what it is. I've played so many hours of this game, but anyway, you'll get like a jetpack, right? So you can't have like a jetpack and wear a what is the suit you'd wear around radiation, whatever that's called, like a not the environmental
hazmat suit.
The what?
The hazmat suit.
The hazmat suit, because the environmental suit is a little different. So yeah, if you've got your hazmat suit, you can't have the jetpack. It's kind of like a trade-off, right? I'm sure there's a mod for it, but I know Ghosty Goes he's dabbled in some of those, but not like cheat stuff, but other things. But I'll probably do that late game, and see how that goes. But I don't know. It's like, man, I wish I had both, and then I'd probably do it, because anytime you're getting anywhere near a lot of that plutonium, it's doing damage to you. So, yeah, I think that another one that's just kind of holding me back. But other than that, man, it's just like I got my train set up really good, and the way they're moving resources around the world, I'm just, that's what makes it for me, Bill. That game, watching those trains go by and just building more stuff, So, anyway, enough of satisfaction. I tried that Unsold. Yeah, that's where I get my satisfaction. Unsold. I played that game on the Xbox Game Pass on console, and yeah. It's a game. It's whatever. Now I'm trying to think of what it was. 16-bit, kind of top-down hack and slash.
Jesus is glitching the Matrix.
Like the background he's got. And yeah, I don't know. There's so many other games out there that are just like it. Maybe if I gave it more time, I would, I'd probably like that more. But, yeah. I don't know. I didn't give enough time, but I don't know. I'm just not into those 16-bit games for some reason, Like I just feel
some of them are a little different.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't remember what I've heard about that one. But
yeah, I think it's a recent add to the Game Pass. But
yeah, it's on there. It's like one of the last 2 or 3.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not for me. More Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, whatever level I'm at and where I'm at in the story, and I just keep going with that. But is that something you've been playing on PC and on console, Bill?
No, I only played that on Xbox.
Okay. Yeah, I thought you were in chat. I was like, was he playing it on PC? But it doesn't matter, right? Because it's got the crossplay. So.
Yeah, if it was cross progression, I'd probably buy it on PC too. Companies need to realize, like, there are a lot of me out there that'll buy your game more than once if I can just bring my save over.
Yeah,
but it doesn't do that.
Remember, I was complaining about that with Ubisoft. I was like, come on, cross progression, please. Yeah, be nice.
I think they've started doing that with most of their games through a cloud save, but
yeah, give you. For sure. Fired up State of Decay just for no reason at all. Just another zombie survival game. It's I'm trying to think of that in that game where I think they did some sort of visual upgrades, and it does look a little better now. The faces on the characters don't look so bad. I'll say that. Like they actually look pretty good.
Yeah, it's been a while since I played that game.
Yeah, and. Yeah, I definitely see the visual upgrade in that game. I don't know if it's like a recent SNX, visual upgrade thing or not. I don't ever really check for full details or HDR or any of those, right? But it's come a long way. Now that it's owned by Microsoft, and yeah, they've done good with that game. And I always see them on
to see what they do with the third one.
Yeah, they're always on Twitch every week. Talking about their new updates, and it's got its niche community and streamers and everybody that still plays that game. But yeah, it's the same for me. Every time I start it up, all right, start a new world. Okay, build some defenses and a tower and a workshop. and then I'll forget about it for a few months. I never go back to the same save. I'm like, where was I? But easy to follow, right? Because it does have a baby mode that leads all the way up to a nightmare mode. So it's there for all players, I'll say.
Yeah.
What else? Anything else here? 7 Days to Die. Now that did just come to Game Pass recently, but I want to say I think I've owned that since Xbox One launch. And
probably.
Really played a lot of this game on PC with this community. And really, I don't think a lot has really changed on console itself.
Well, no, they stopped supporting it. They pretty much just said this is how the game is now. It was a different company that was supporting it. So, yeah, PC's the only one that gets the updates now.
Yeah, it still shows now. When I fired up the game, I mean, it still shows that the developer is, Fun Pimps. I think that's the name of the developer. But the studio, I guess, that ported it, I didn't see any. There's no like XNS upgrades. Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to tell, but the game still looks like crap. I'll just say that.
Yeah, it hasn't had any love for quite a while.
Yeah. So yeah, I would not recommend this game. They did the same thing
with Elite Dangerous now too, where they're just like, yeah, we're not doing anything for console. This is a PC game now.
Yeah, I would not recommend it on console at all. PC, totally different story, right? They're always doing really good updates, and they've got big communities, and modded and not modded. Is really cool. Yeah, and I don't know. I think after playing that game so much with a mouse and keyboard, right? I just really like the movements. With the old WASD and mouse scroll to the next weapon, boom, boom. Fucking yeah. It's like I could only play it on there now. Never tried it with a controller. No need for that. So I think I was still kind of new. Even when we started this, I'm like, mouse, keyboard, hell yeah, let's go, Easy to play as a shooter. And, just using the menus a lot. So, but if I did, played a lot of that on PC again this week. Another one I fired up. Now Jesus would appreciate this one. Be Castled. Saw this always updating in my Steam library, and this is another tower defense game. Again, I just been going into these games kind of blind as far as like I know the game updates, but I don't know what it includes. So a lot of good improvements to this game, and some of them just being where. Now the purpose of this game is it's just like on that day and night cycle. So when nighttime comes, the bad guys come, and it kind of shows you the direction of what direction they're going to come from. So, it doesn't show like day 1, day 2, but that's just how it is, right? Where only one enemy will come, and then they bring, later on they'll bring a cavalry in. But yeah, they've one of the things you can tell where, when you're placing down, houses and hospitals and whatever else is in the game, and barns and farms and all these different things, where now you can actually just go into a menu and say, oh, okay, you see how many workers that place has. You don't have to go to like each individual building, which is like, my gosh, that was like a much needed thing that I really wanted the last time I played this game. Only because like it is like a top-down game where you'll come in and like, wait, how many barns do I have? Or, how many taverns or houses do I have? Like everything looks almost the same, or similar. So maybe a few other things like the library has a green roof to it, and it's round. So obviously those are easy to spot. So yeah, that really helps. Upgrading and to stone walls from wood to, putting up other catapult machines, and it's good. But I just got wrecked because one of the things I kept doing was I kept walking away, Bill. I kept walking away from this, right? Or I'd get on my iPad and I'd be like, oh shit, I'm not playing Satisfactory. I forgot the game keeps going, and it's now nighttime, and then they're taking out like, my food storage facilities, and I'm like, oh my gosh, what happened? And I think I even messaged Jesus, I'm like, they're killing off all my guys, and I literally had like 2 soldiers left. Like, how am I going to defend this city with 2 soldiers? it's but you got to build more barracks and
ballistas are really powerful too. And also you got to understand that game, it's almost like the other game I've been playing, Diplomacy is not an option, where the enemies flow like water. So they'll tend to flow to like, you can kind of funnel them into an entrance. You know what I mean? They'll always tend to kind of head towards your entrances. If you have a wall up, make a funnel where there's no wall up, and they will go into that funnel. And the cool thing about that is in that area, you can set up a bunch of towers with archers, and you can set up archers along the walls, which will, they'll defend your wall or whatever, and they'll pretty much kill a lot of those bad guys before they even get to your actual soldiers on the ground. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So that was definitely a good thing for early on in this game, where yes, that really worked, and it still kind of works to a sense, but they've gotten a little bit smarter with the AI, where even you can go in, like, you're going to kind of know the direction of where they're going to come. So let's say let's even say you've got stone walls unlocked, right? And you've got stone walls up, but you're like, man, they're just going to wreck it anyway. And I do kind of want to funnel them into the top right section. So boom, you can go in, demolish those walls, right? Which short sections of it, right? And say, no, fuck it. They're coming here. I'm going to get some more soldiers into this position. I feel like we're playing an RTS, but it's not, right? Get them ready. But no, they'll come up to where near the wall is now with their, catapult type style machines. And there's another one too. It's almost like a box, right? I forgot what that thing's called, and that thing will shoot like spears and stuff out of it. Deadly spears. And they'll stop and they'll just start, shooting at your houses or whatever structures you have. And I'm like, they got smarter with this game. But yeah, I can play those games all day, So yeah, but they've done really good with this. I didn't see any issues that I had. I just seen a lot of great improvements to it. So not sure if it's on consoles or not, Castled. So, but yeah, since I bought it early on Steam, it's good. Good mouse and keyboard clicker.
Nice.
Tower defense. Okay, guys. So I'll just talk about this last one here. I might save a couple for next week here. But guys, I played Cricket Australia. Cricket, mate. It's on Game Pass. I really didn't know much about Cricket at all, and I still don't know much about Cricket. Well,
wow.
Okay, so I messaged a couple of people, right? And of course I got a lot of laughs out of it, and I think I'm still laughing at myself on this one. So, install the game. I was going to play it in the cloud, Jesus, but I thought, you know what? I got time. I'm going to download it. Maybe shuffle a couple games around on my little storage device on my S. Started it out, and yeah, you get it's a little bit like almost like an EA game, but just slightly, where there's some simulations and they got seasons and all these different things, right? But not a million options like what am I thinking of here? Like a FIFA game, right? So anyway, you've got your cricket bat, right? And you're supposed to obviously hit the ball when the ball comes, and I guess it's supposed to bounce once, is the way this works. So it's like a baseball game, right? Except it bounces once, like almost like you're playing like a frickin' what is it with the racquetball? And now I'm trying to think of the name of the sport here, but anyway.
Talking about like ping pong?
Yeah, right, like ping pong, table? But more, this one, right? That one. Yeah, so it's,
yeah.
But I don't know. I kept hitting the ball pretty far, and it's like it's got this perimeter to it, right? And then you've got like a little bit of space and then the stands. So I'm like, okay, I guess I hear a lot of cheering and the guy's not saying disqualified, so I guess I did good. So I played through that entire match, right? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't understand these numbers because...
I'm pretty sure disqualified probably doesn't mean good.
Yeah, I don't know. All these zeros, what does it mean? And then, so one of the cool things I thought...
Hit the sticks or something?
Yeah,
or is that something else?
Yeah, you get to choose whatever the next batter is, right? If they even call them that. Just like the other way around, who's going to pitch next or whatever. Again, I don't know all the terminologies, right? I was playing England against Australia. Okay,
Oh,
not a fucking clue what I was doing. By the way,
I've tried to play that game a couple times when they do the Game Pass quests or whatever, and just, I don't get it.
Yeah. It's funny. I never even activated that thing. I haven't been on that. I do collect my things through Game Pass though. I usually I try to get at least $10 a month out of it. So now it's my turn to pitch, Jesus. Now, that part I think was pretty cool. I thought, okay, this is fine. Because I wanted to play through the entire thing. Again, I didn't write anything down of all this, all the different terminologies for everything. I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to play through it, man. And pretty simple, right? Like, hold down the A button for a strong pitch, and, X will be a wild pitch, or whatever it might be. And there were other options in there too for, throw, just like baseball, same thing. And so I thought I did pretty good. Like, the guy could barely hit the goddamn ball. Like, he's not hitting it out of the park. But one of the things I noticed, Jesus, was where, okay, let's say that person hits the ball, and nobody, like, they don't exactly catch it, right? I guess if they touch it while it's rolling, or they catch it before, they touch that ball before it even goes out of bounds, then, it's almost like an out, right? Or, you got to throw it back. But I kept noticing the pitcher, or the batters were like running back and forth, not like in a diamond formation, but they'd go towards the pitcher and go back. And I'm like, wait, what the fuck was that? Was that what I was supposed to be doing for the last 35 minutes? Was go back and forth? And I just stood there like an idiot. I'm like, okay, I guess I just do nothing, right? So, yeah. I think I'm more embarrassed to go watch some kind of YouTube video on how to play cricket and realize, yeah, I should have been running the whole time, So, even though I was still scoring, even though I was still scoring, because, if I get like a home run, obviously I don't need to run, just me. Yeah, I don't know. It's, yeah, I just had to keep laughing the whole time. I'm like, I just been standing there the whole time, because when they would throw that ball to the pitcher, right? And then he would turn his head and then look at me, and I'm still standing there. I'm like, yeah, what? Like, let's go, Oh, I guess it's a new batter. I don't know why, but a new batter is here. Yeah, they would never show him. It makes sense though, right? In the video game, they're not going to show him go stand by the pitcher, or stand in front of him, or wherever the hell they go. So I was clueless on it. But either than that, I still had kind of a good time with it. So, yeah. Cricket, mate. First time playing it. Good shit. All right, who wants to go next? That's enough about my silly games. What about you, Bill, or Wingman?
All right. Well, I've, played some stuff. Played some Elden Ring. We won't talk anymore about that.
Too much of that. What level are you, though, by the way?
Like 256 or something.
Whoa.
On the Xbox. I think I went through like 4 New Game Pluses on that one, and then I'm working on a PC run right now, so, and I think that character is like 120.
Meiji,
sounds like somebody needs an intervention.
Yeah.
Just can't stop. I beat the game on Xbox. I got 100% of the gamer score, and I was like, okay, I can let this game go for a while. And I was like, yeah, okay, I'll start up Tiny Tina, and I did. And then I beat that game and beat all the quests, and I was like, well, what am I going to do now? I guess I could, go back to that PC play of Elden Ring, and that's what I did. So, yeah, I did Tiny Tina, and yeah, I like that game. I don't know, the end game, it's repetitive, and I don't think I'm going to stick with it. I need to do it, but I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm going to get through it. Guess I need to get into Wingman's game and have a Wingman run me through all that stuff to the higher levels with his modded gear.
I can do that.
Other than that, I did.
Did you? I didn't listen to this week's TXL. Shame on me. But did either of you play the new DLC from Tiny Tina? That is out, right?
Yeah, it's kind of lame
from last week. Okay, that's what I've been hearing. That's what I.
Yeah, it's kind of. It's kind of just the end game, but it's like not as versatile. Like you can't really. I don't know. It's
crap.
It's crap. Yeah, it's probably one of the worst Borderlands expansions I've played. Usually they're really good. And that one, just boring. But yeah. Besides that, I did some achievement hunting, and I've gotten quite a bit of gamer score over the last days, just buying like the cheap Chili Dog Interactive or whatever. There's like 3 or 4 companies. There's a lot more than that. There's a bunch of companies now that are just making these $5 games that'll get you 1,000 gamer score in less than a half hour. So I've been doing some of that, and then some of them are even updating them after a few months because there's some kind of thing in Microsoft's rules where you can add more achievements after like 3 months, I think it is. So like some of these games that were $5, they just keep updating. So they're like 4,000, 5,000 gamer score that you can just get super easily. Besides that, I did check out Bug Snacks, former PlayStation exclusive. That's a weird game. Just beating these weird creatures, these bug snacks, and their arms and shit'll turn into strawberries or whatever. My kid got a kick out of it, so I guess that's all that matters. I also checked out that House of the Dead remake, and oh man, that's terrible. It's really bad. Like I don't know what I expected. I was like, I was curious how they were gonna do a light gun game without a light gun. Well, they didn't. It's not good. Besides that one, I did check out Stanley Parable because that came out the other day, and it's a game that I've been wanting to try on PC for a long time, and I'm pretty sure I own it, but I just never got to it. And yeah, that's a weird game. It's a lot of weird shit where the narrator's just like, "Oh yeah, you were curious about where all your fellow employees went to, so you went to the break room or the meeting room to go check it out," and then it's like, all right, well, you have a left and a right entrance. Well, you would go left to go to the meeting room. And if you go to the right, he's like, well, I guess you're going to just wander around a little bit. This is the weird, funny narration. And then some kind of weird mind control shit. It's weird. But yeah, it's pretty fun. And then today, I played this game called Who's Your Daddy? It was like 1,000 gamer score in like 30 minutes. And it's a free, it's a trial. You can get a 2-hour trial on Xbox, and it's about a half hour to get all the achievements on that. So it didn't cost anything, but it's weird. So it's a multiplayer game. I think you can have more than one of each, but one team is like the daddies, and the other team is the babies. And as the babies, you're trying to either kill yourself or just cause a bunch of shit, like go jump in the pool and try to drown yourself or put yourself in the oven, and the dads have to try to stop the baby from doing it. It's fucking bizarre.
Sounds really bizarre.
It's really dumb fun. Like one of the achievements is just as the baby to like, drink 50 gallons of bleach.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's a weird ass game. Yeah. Like I said, it was an easy 1,000 gamer score, so I was all about it.
Okay, Mayo played that game, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's bizarre, man. And then and that one that Mayo was linked in the Discord earlier or the other day. What was that one? Oh, the Just Die Already, which is a weird game where you're playing as like elderly people, and it's got the almost goat simulator mechanics and like ragdoll physics, so you'll just randomly like get cut up and lose a limb or something. It's another weird game. But overall I think that's pretty much it. I did check out a game on the Epic Store actually called what the hell is that game called?
What's that?
It's like that cartoon.
Yes.
MythForce.
Oh, never mind.
And it's early access, but it has a lot of potential to be something really cool. It looks like a Saturday morning cartoon, but it's a roguelike game. There's just all this stuff about it that's just kind of like, okay, that needs to be refined, that needs to be polished. Like the difficulty is really hard, and it doesn't feel like it's hard because it's trying to be hard. It almost feels like it's hard because they want to extend out the content that's there so that people don't blow through it real quick. And then there's What else was there? Oh, progression's kind of weird too. Like their numbers need to be increased. Like you'll get 1 experience for completing a round, and granted, you only need like 10 or 20 to progress and level, but it's just like, no, 1 experience doesn't sound good. Just add a couple zeros to the total, and it'll be the same number, but it'll look better and give more satisfaction. But yeah, there's just little stuff like that, and I really hope that they polish it up and get it in a better state, because it's a lot of fun, and it definitely brings back a lot of that He-Man nostalgia. And the art style kind of reminds me of like that old Dungeons and Dragons cartoon.
Yeah, that's
so.
What is that game called again?
MythForce.
MythForce. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's about it. Is what I've played recently. Yeah.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah.
What about you, Mark?
I've got to say it. It's Jesus' favorite game. He loves it when I talk about it. Gems of War.
Let's go.
Still play that. Also played Fortnite. So my 2 favorites that he loves to hear about. I wanted to mention too. You were talking earlier about playing games on the cloud. I actually did one too recently, and it's not like a first person shooter or anything. It's not a big thing, but I did Unpacking, and I was like, I'm going to play this in the cloud and just see how it goes. After a while, I forgot I was even playing in the cloud.
Exactly.
I mean, again, it's a very basic, simple game, so it doesn't require a lot, but the fact that I could even play a game like that, not installed on my Xbox, just playing through the cloud, not knowing the difference, I was really impressed. So, and I've done like Minecraft Dungeons on my iPhone, and that one worked really well. I haven't done it lately, because that was back in when it was first releasing, and I'm gonna have to go back and try it again, just to see what it's like in the cloud. But it was very impressive. But yeah, the Unpacking is an easy gamer score if you don't have it. Just follow a guide. You do need a guide for that one, because most of them are missable. So I recommend watching Macca's guide on YouTube. Another one I bought this stupid thing just because of you can get 1,000 gamer score in less than a minute and a half, and it was Gav Odyssey. It was a really stupid game, but it was 1,000 gamer score in about a minute and a half. So, but anyways, what I have been playing outside of those, I got back into Minecraft Dungeons. They released season 2, and I didn't even know they had a season 1. And I guess it was free because I still have access to it. But it's like a leveling up, and you get like different little animations and stuff. It's just kind of neat little things that you can, new pets and costumes and emotes and stuff like that, which they didn't have before. Now they've got them in the game, but a lot more content again. And it's just, I'm really having a great time. I love Minecraft Dungeons. It's a really good game.
If you like it, Mark, I'm sure I'm going to like it, because it's one of those things. Remember, I was at the time, I think it might have been you and Conrad, where you guys were just all about that game, and I was like, no, I don't know, like I don't know, it didn't do it for me. There was just something about it. I don't know what it was, but yeah, and I with other games in that genre where Diablo 3 and where I'm like, I don't know. Maybe I was expecting too much, and I just need to give it more time. Give it another shot. And
I don't like Minecraft at all. And when this came out, I was more of it was in Game Pass. I was like, well, I'll try it, and I was hooked. I just love the gameplay, and I actually really enjoy this Diablo. I've kind of told people it's a Diablo light is the kind of the way I describe it. It's not. It's just, the little combat, you got your ranged and your sword and your armor, and you get like 3 little special powers or that you can, different things you can do. And you just kind of go through the levels, and it's a lot of fun. And there's actually a very, they've done so many different things in this game that change up the way the game plays. There's different things where you can kind of bounce from one area to the other, or flying through the air, or spinning through water, or just all these different types of things. And you can have like a golem or a wolf that fights with you. And there's just so many different characters that they've continued to add and build in different worlds. And it's a lot of fun. It's not an in-depth like Diablo 3, but it's something like you can play with friends, and they're more short. You can go through a mission fairly quickly, and it does get difficult. I mean, you get in the apocalypse level, and it's very difficult, but you bring a friend along, and it helps a lot. But it's just a great game that they continue to put out content for. I'm actually surprised how much content there is in this game, and I love it. I love the new season thing that they've added in, and the season pass was like $3.50 or something like that. It was like, it's not expensive. None of the DLC has been. So it's a really great value. And I've got, well, according to the screen I'm looking at here, I got 117 hours in the game. And this was basically a free game essentially. So yeah, I can't talk enough about it. I did play I went back and played some co-op of Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint. I played with Brun and who else was with us? I know who it is, and I'm
something Hawk. I always forget his friend's name, gamer tag. Not Nighthawk.
No, it wasn't Nighthawk. I'm totally drawing a blank, and I'm gonna get crap for it when they find out. But that was really fun. That was like the first time I did the co-op in that game. Outside of, so it's not co-op story. It was like these co-op, and I forgot what they called it. They just brought me in, but it's an actual co-op mission, which was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. Breakpoint at this point, and again, I think it was really garbage when it released. It's an absolute different game. They have put a lot of work into it, and it is a fantastic game at this point. So if it's something you skipped or tried to begin with, at the very first, didn't like it, go back to it, try it again. It's a whole new game. And then this past week when we were recording our podcast, Brun was talking about a game called Sniper Ghost Warrior Contracts. And he was like, he thought I would like it. And I was like, because I'm a huge fan of Sniper Elite, and I'm so excited for Sniper Elite 5 coming out in Game Pass here this month.
Yes.
And yeah. And he was like, you like this? And I'm like, no, I've heard those Ghost Warrior games are not very good. And he was like, yeah, but this is the Contracts. It's different. He's like, I think you'll like it. So I actually went out and bought the first one. Well, I actually ended up buying both. I was like, I'm going to give them a try. I bought both of them, and I'm playing through the first one, and I absolutely love it. It is so good. It's like a cross between like Hitman and Sniper Elite. It's a sniper game, but you go into like this big map area, and there's like all these different things you can do. And there's a lot of things that are very similar, I think, to Hitman. And what I don't like about Hitman is like I'm always bored. It's like I just want to kill people. So to me, this is like that happy medium where I can sit back and try to snipe people quietly, and I try to take everyone out. And then if you mess up, I mean, it's got bullet drop and wind, and there is a challenge to shooting, as you would expect. And I really love it. It's really good. It's like, I missed that shot, or, I took one earlier that was, 470 meters. I was actually shooting at another sniper who hadn't quite seen me yet. And I was like, I got to get this on the first shot, and at that far distance with the wind, you're struggling. And I actually got it. And like, as soon as I fired, it goes into the slow-mo. And I was like, yes, you're going to kill them when you're watching the bullet fly across the screen, just like Sniper Elite does. But there's like side things you can do. And there's challenges like taking out eliminating a certain specific character, so you got to find them on the map, and then so you'll maybe you're overlooking a base and you're pulling your binoculars out, and you're tagging everybody, and then when you find the right person, it'll let you know, oh, there's Igor or whatever, and and then you'll have a challenge to take him out without anyone knowing, or don't set the alarms off in the base. That one's a tough one. Various different things. There's collectibles in the game and stuff too, but there's a lot of these little things that you can do to like 100%, just like kind of Hitman does. There's so much variety to it. And I love it. I playing it on easy because I want to play both of these before Sniper Elite comes out. And, I don't like to get too frustrated. I like to just play and have fun. But baby mode, yes, even baby mode has proved to be a challenge. And like you'll make one mistake on a shot, and all of a sudden the base is alerted and they're coming after you. And it's you do have a pistol and an assault rifle, but it's not what the game is meant to be. So, and you go down pretty quick if they get you and start shooting at you. So, you want to try to snipe the whole game if you can. And it was frustrating tonight. I was playing and I got out my main guy. It was a bounty. So then there's also not only your targets, but as you go into a section, there might be a bounty will pop up. And then you get bonus for getting this bounty. And then when you shoot them, you might have to get to their body and then loot them for some information and then get that information back out. So everything that you do, you also have to exfil once you get out so that you get the credit for that because you're uploading information back to your main sources so that you can get paid for your contract and stuff like that. But it's just a great game. I'm absolutely having a blast with Sniper Ghost Warrior contracts. It's not very expensive. There's 2 games out. I think the second one was I don't know when it was released, but game is a lot of fun.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was. So you were mainly talking about the first one, right?
I have not touched the second one yet.
Okay, that's what I thought you were describing because I remember when I first came on this podcast. So what, close to 5 years ago? Either I received a code or I bought the game. Might have been IAMS sent me the game, but
was it contracts or was it the other one?
It was the first one.
So the first one, I was going to ask, so you can completely go stealth if you want without getting detected?
In contracts?
Yeah.
I have had I think you can. It's really tough to pull off because you also got to make sure that people don't see the guy you drop. So sometimes there's groups of 2 or 3, and then it's like you got to take them out really quick because they will start to run and cover, and then they'll start calling in people. And in fact, once they're alerted, then there might be a sniper sitting there. In fact, I had it earlier today. I was actually watching a sniper. And I was trying to get him, and he was moving. And as soon as he laid down, and I was like getting ready to fire, and all of a sudden, just poof, I was dead. And I was like, I don't even know where it came from. I don't know if someone came up behind me and got me. But there's tools like you can throw down this like alert thing. So it's like this little spike thing that sits in the ground behind you. So you can place it where you want, and if someone approaches, it's gonna, I think, make noise to alert you that an enemy is approaching behind you. And it can happen just because it's an open map. And you're, so far I've been in like these mountains and there's different canyon ways to walk. So it is possible that they can jump up behind you, but it's not like a cheating thing. So when you die, that's nice. It doesn't feel like you got cheated. When I'm getting, and there's also guys that will be on a mortar. And if you get kind of spotted, they'll start lobbing mortars in your direction, and I've got killed by them a couple times. But sometimes I'm able to run around, and so they know where I'm at. I'm going to run around this mountain and come at them from the other end. So they're focusing on that end and shelling it, and I'm over back at the other side now, and I'm going to start picking people off again. So I think you can, but again, it's it's real hard for me to be that patient. Or if you just mess up your shot, which is easy to do when you're taking long ones.
That was one of the things I didn't like about the original Ghost Warrior was it seemed like it was really easy to get detected, and most of the fights just turned into an assault rifle battle.
Yeah, that was the situation for me.
And that's like the Ghost Warrior game, and that's what I was telling Braun. I'm like, I've heard these are, you take your first shot and everybody on the map knows where you're at and they're shooting at you. This one, I haven't found that to be the case.
Oh, okay.
In fact,
better.
But it might be because I'm playing baby mode. So you get like when I start shooting, you'll see them kind of like, something's going on, and their little icons turn red. And then if like, kind of like I think like a Splinter Cell, if I'm thinking correctly, you'll get that little like their little detection thing will start to grow from like yellow to red, and it'll get bigger. It's like when they are, they're looking for you, or if they're right on you, it's red, and then they like the alarms are going off. Then they're after you. But even then, I've been able to run and find some other ground, and usually go backtrack and take them out. Not always. But I haven't felt like the game is like, oh, there he is, like what I was hearing with the original game. So, again, this is Contracts, and so far I don't. When I've died, I didn't feel like the game was ripping me off. It was like, oh, that was stupid, or I got too quick on the trigger, or I did something dumb, or I got cocky. So, like, I'll get 4 guys here at one shot. No, that didn't happen. So. Really good. I'm really enjoying the game. It's a lot of fun. So
nice. Awesome. I think I came out both of them.
It came out 2019 was the original release date for the first one of the Contracts. So it's not that old. And the second one just came out.
It must have, because I didn't even know there was a second one.
The second one came out June of 2021. So.
Oh, okay.
So not that long ago. But I highly recommend them. So I'm really enjoying them. But that's outside of a bunch of mobile stuff I won't go into. That's one last thing too. I got back into because Outriders. They're getting an expansion here. I want to say in June. They're getting an expansion, and so I decided to hop back in, and that's a game I've fully completed. I've got, I think, about 200 hours into that game, and I've got a character all maxed out and everything, and I decided I want to go work on the Pyro, so I'm replaying the campaign now with the Pyro class and working on leveling that one up. That way I'll have I'd like to have 2 fully leveled ones up by the time the DLC comes out, or the expansion comes out. But I am so excited for Outriders. That is like my game of last year, and I am like, just can't wait. I want more. I'm so excited.
It's a great co-op game right there.
Yes, it is. Fantastic.
Yeah, we did lots of co-op back when that game came out.
Yeah, and that's a game that's like, I got it free, but I got it free, but it's well worth the price of a full upgrade. Or the, full price if if someone doesn't have Game Pass, and it's worth the money.
The expansion or whatever, you buy it with the game now.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I think it's going to be $60. So if you can get the new one with the expansion, it'll contain all the original stuff, and you can actually like level up if you want to. I don't know why you'd want to skip the main campaign, but they're like they have a thing in the game where you can just level yourself up to be able to play the new expansion campaign.
Well, it'd be cool if you wanted to check out another class and you don't want to go through the whole thing again.
Well, that's true. Oh, that's a good point. I don't really have to go back and play it, but I'm having fun anyway.
I want to try the Pyro, and I don't want to go all the way back. But you're doing it now. But
yeah, that's a good point. But they also have for those of us who have been playing through Game Pass and didn't buy the game, we don't have to pay full price for the expansion. We do have to pay, but they have I think it's like $35, and we get the expansion.
Oh, okay.
So that's a great feature.
And there's no word of that going out of Game Pass anytime soon.
I haven't heard. I know it was rumored to go out. It's still there, and if it ever does go, I'm buying it. I've thought about just buying it anyways because I absolutely want to support the developers. It's a fantastic game. But
Well, Square, I think Square's in talks of all those Western developers getting purchased, so who knows what they'll do now.
That'll be later in the news today on the show.
Oh, yeah, that is in the news, isn't it? Yeah.
But these guys, this is People Can Fly, and I think they're in Europe.
Yeah.
I think that they're a developer over in Europe, so I'm not sure if they fall under that or not. But
the people from Bulletstorm, right?
I know, yeah. I think Square published it, so I'm not sure how those publishing deals will go.
But yeah, that's kind of what I've been playing.
All right.
Okay.
Real quickly, Jesus, before we move on to the next segment, another game I forgot to talk about was that Ryan bought yesterday as a game share partner was Rogue Legacy 2. So I did play probably about an hour of that yesterday, and it's very rogue-like. How about that? I know I put this in before Ryan even bought it. I think a couple days ago I was like, oh, this is going to be a Mayo game. This is Dead Cells. And seeing how I've never played Rogue Legacy 1. Maybe I did back in the day.
I bought that too.
Yeah, it's wow, there's a lot to this game. Again, I know this game is probably OG, but it is very much a Dead Cells game to me. Like it just has a lot of those, same elements to it. Just goes on to where, hey, you're going to go on a run. You've got teleportations and stuff in the different rooms and killing enemies. And then once you die, you're basically coming back to, kind of like the hub area where you can then spend your money on upgrades and things like that.
Yeah, because the way they explain the whole roguelite aspect of that game is that your next character is basically the heir of your your son or whatever or son or daughter or whatever from the first or the original character, and then it just keeps trickling down, and sometimes they'll have different stats and stuff.
Yeah, so it'll be like right now. I believe on the screen, and from what I'm seeing, I don't know if it changes, but you've got 2 female characters and 1 male character. And so one of the things is where, let's say you're playing as Claire, the first person, and she's got different traits. And so it even shows you on the screen, hey, keep playing this character to, to show the trait, or it'll, reveal itself or whatever it is. But it's more like something like, let's say you have some kinetic blast or something. I'm like, okay, maybe it's something I haven't gotten yet that's associated with a kinetic blast, but it just has a bunch of question marks on it. I'm sure as I progress through, it'll be, revealed to me, and and that'll be unlocked basically, where I can then, use that ability.
Yeah, there'll be some weird negative things too. There was one character that I got that was blind or colorblind, so the whole game was black and white.
Interesting. Yeah, and it does have those, again, another, it's got those elements where I'll come in to a room and it'll say, okay, you can take this potion but lose, 27% of your health, but you gain other things, or you can take this potion and that one seems to be the better choice, Yeah,
there's all kinds of weird stuff like that. There was another one that I saw somebody play that had his vision was lower, so he was constantly, all he could see on the map was this circle around him.
Oh boy.
Everything else was darkened. So
great.
Yeah, it's weird.
If you've got some enemy shooting some poison darts at you.
Yeah, you're like, oh well, gotta react really quick.
Yeah. So, I really did like that first character, but I don't think I even realized when I went through the first time, because she was a ranger, or she's got a bow, and so. But you can come into a room and say, all right, now, do you want this pistol, or or a sword? It's just you just play as almost any class or whatever, or just keep that bow and eventually probably upgrade that bow. So a lot of great options. This game, it's a side scroller. It's cartoony. It's looks good though. Plays good.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, it's pretty good. I liked the first one a lot.
Yeah. So gotta play. It makes me want to play Spelunky 2 again.
Yeah.
still installed hard drive. But that's all we have, Jesus. I think that's all we have for games.
Yeah. Woo.
Games played.
All right, it's news time.
Welcome to the news. Here it is. Sound animation, Bill. Do it.
Square Enix sells Tomb Raider, Deus Ex Studios, and IP rights to Embracer Group. Embracer Group has announced that it has acquired Crystal Dynamics, Eidos Montreal, Square Enix Montreal, and a catalog of IPs from Square Enix. This $300 million deal will see IPs such as Tomb Raider, Deus Ex, Thief, Legacy of Kain, and more than 50 back catalog games added to Embracer's portfolio. They said, "We are thrilled to welcome these studios into the Embracer Group. We recognize the fantastic IP, world-class creative talent, and track record of excellence that have been demonstrated time and time again over the past decades. It has been a great pleasure meeting the leadership teams and discussing future plans for how they can realize their ambitions and become a great part of Embracer." That's what the CEO of Embracer Group said. And in a press statement, Square Enix said that this sell-off of these studios enables the launch of new businesses by moving forward with investments in fields including blockchain, AI, and the cloud.
Is
right.
Is Embracer Group, is that part of Tencent? Do I have that correct?
No, they're a different one. They're a European company, I think. They're the ones that bought THQ Nordic and all their IPs. So if it's anything like what it was when they bought them, we're going to see lots of remasters.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like they remastered like what? Destroy All Humans, and they're bringing, there's like, I guess they said they had like but this was before a couple purchases ago, they had over 100 games in development or something. Just crazy. So yeah, I think they're gonna probably remaster some of the old Deus Ex games and Tomb Raider games. So
yeah. And last year they bought Gearbox Entertainment.
Yeah, that was the last big one. They owned.
They bought it for $1.3 billion.
Yeah, which just seems 300 million. Only 300 million, right. I guess.
For all these, right?
In Microsoft
sounds really low for
comparison.
Those IP studios and then 50 other games like backlog. Yeah. That sounds really low for today's market. So
exactly right. When last year they paid $1.3 billion, $1 billion more, literally, for fucking Gearbox.
Basically one game, like one franchise.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. You're right.
Oh, yeah. It's weird. I don't know what's going on there.
I think Tomb Raider would have been able to pull in more money just on that game alone.
Yeah.
I was hoping that... I think if the whole Activision thing wasn't going on, Microsoft probably would have snagged this deal.
Right, I agree. Yeah.
Because, I mean, those companies, like, the company that makes the Tomb Raiders game is working on that Perfect Dark game already, so
well, yeah, that I don't know that's still happening.
Yeah, they're still getting all this help from everybody else, so I don't know. That's weird. Sounds like a good deal for all those IPs, especially Tomb Raider, Deus Ex needs to be revived. That game was great. Those games are
Deus
great.
Ex, I played that first one. I was like, oh, this game is awesome. What is this? I played this on a regular PC. Not even a gaming PC.
So
I never played the Deus Ex games.
Oh, they're good, dude. They're good. They're kind of like an open world, but like not a huge world. Kind of like a smaller world. Kind of like think of like Dishonored or something, you know, where you're like in a small little hubs. Yeah, or like Tomb Raider. Yeah, there's like a hub,
Jensen,
but it's pretty open. It's pretty open. You can hack like almost anything. You can like hack cops, hack robots, hack security cameras. It's a really cool game. Anyways, after this deal, Square Enix did say that the company will continue to develop games with this Japan studio, Square Enix External Studios, and Square Enix Collective. They also said they will continue to publish overseas franchises such as Just Cause, Outriders, and Life is Strange. So they said they're not giving up on those games. They're still going to develop for them and whatever. So, all right. Yeah. The NFTs, man, they're going to make NFTs. It's coming.
Huh.
It's coming.
No. None of those.
What do you think this sale's going to fund? Probably them creating some stupid NFT program or whatever.
I thought NFT was dead. It's still alive, still going,
still alive.
Yeah,
going forever.
It's going to go forever. Yeah, it's like cryptocurrency. It's not going away now, Gunny. It's here. It's done. It's here.
They'll just try to figure out another way to get people to accept it.
You know why all these developers want NFTs in their fucking games? It's just to take money away from us, you know?
Yeah. Remember I told you it was Alana Pierce from whatever, formerly from IGN, and now I think she works for Sony, but she summed it up so well in like the first
play,
day.
watch, listen.
Yeah, like just on Twitter, like, hey, look, here's what it is. Money. Like that was the end of the conversation. Dude. Yeah.
It's, they figured it out at first with DLCs, and then they figured it out like with season passes and map packs or whatever, and then the season pass thing started happening. And then after the season pass, the battle pass started happening. It just keeps changing. It's just a new name every time. It's just a new name, guys. NFTs is the new name.
The blockchain in general, it's just something. It's definitely going to keep going. It's not going away. People will try to figure out more ways to try to make us want it. And it's another crypto.
Now you own this gun forever. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they say, but it's also somebody could basically just, hack your shit and take it and just be like, yeah, it belongs to me now. There's no
You know what it is, Wingman? Let me tell, cuz I know he's thinking NFT, right? You know what it is, Wing? Here's what it is, all right? It's going to be, sure, Wing, we're going to buy some NFTs. And it's going to be in...
Yeah, we're not buying NFTs.
Madden?
I'm not buying them.
Wing, listen.
I'm not.
Look, we're going to buy some... It's going to be Madden 2023, okay?
No.
And
I don't buy Madden at all anyways, so sure won't buy the NFT.
Follow me on this, just, And it's going to be little logos, and they're going to be on their jerseys, on their uniform, and it'll be like the good old days. Remember, where... Hey, look, they're going to send us our 3-cent royalty checks in the mail. We're going to get, right, for having those little labels on. Anytime anybody goes to play Madden 2023, they're going to see whatever labels we make up. Or little,
own a piece of their jersey? Like what?
Sure, why not? We're going to put little TXL labels on it, or whatever the hell it is. I have no idea.
Like, some of the things they say that it could do would be kind of cool, but, like, nobody's going to do that.
I know it means other things, and there's way more to it.
It's just like the whole promise of, you'll be able to take your items from one game to another, and it's like, those other developers have absolutely zero incentive to make that asset work in their game. They're not getting any money from that. Why would they, take man hours to be like, okay, yeah, we're going to make this gun so you can bring it over from fucking Fortnite over to Call of Duty?
It's not about that. I don't think that's what they mean. I think they're looking into the future of the metaverse, you know, and this whole virtual world or whatever. And I think they realize that when people buy stuff digitally in a virtual world, they want to own that item. So whoever figures out this NFT shit and this blockchain and creates one that actually is stable enough to be used in the world like that, that's the future they're looking at. That's what they're thinking. Okay, we got to make these blockchains and these things to be able to buy digital items because of the virtual world that's coming, dude.
So everything has to merge into one multiverse for it to work.
Yeah.
I don't know. Here's what I'm thinking, guys.
So Ready Player One, basically.
Yeah. Ready Player One. It's happening. It's happening, Wingman.
No.
I know. I'm just thinking if it's somebody like Ninja, for example. Who's that other guy? Bill, he's on...
Which one?
Or guys, he's on... YouTube, right? He's very famous. I even seen him on a couple of articles. I know my kids.
That narrows it down.
I know that guy. He's very famous.
Yeah.
As soon as you said he's very famous, I know who he's talking about, Wingman.
My first thought on it, like, randomly was fucking Dr. Disrespect, but I don't know if that's who you're talking about.
No, it's not disrespect. He's been on there for a lot. He gives away free cars. That guy.
Oh, Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast. And here's what I'm thinking. It's going to be... I know we've been over this before on the show, but it's going to be Mr. Beast, and he's going to be like...
Now he's going to give away digital free cars.
Yeah, buy my digital free car in Fortnite. I know somebody wants to buy this, but you only get one wheel. You get one wheel, and people are going to throw money at stuff like that. It's just... I can already see it.
Wait, one wheel?
Front right wheel. I own that front right wheel. I don't know.
Oh, so you're just owning something that you don't even get to use because he's just driving around your car?
Well, you can play the game and watch other people play and drive in, and you watch them, I don't know, with their front right wheel on the car.
No, Gunny, you keep thinking that NFTs and this shit is like you own something and you could like license it out almost. I don't think it's gonna work like that. I think all they're trying to do is figure out how can you buy something in the digital world and own it, and you own it. You know,
yeah.
That's your item, and if you want to give it to your friend, you give that item to your friend in a massive scale. I think they're trying to figure that out. You know what? PlayStation just come out with PlayStation Home again.
I would have no clue.
I was just gonna say they're moving to home again. I guarantee that shit's coming back.
Yep, they need PS Home Plus. Something like that is what it's going to be called.
PS Home Plus Essential Plus
Max
Extreme
Super Cloud powered.
Yeah.
Well, they got Spider-Man now, so they can just use all those words. Spectacular, amazing, noir.
Yeah. So move on here to some more news, Gunny.
Still the first story. Oh, that was all going off the... Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the whole tangent on that.
Oh, wow.
New Xbox Series X chip reportedly in development, but don't expect better performance. That's right. Microsoft has reportedly begun working on an improved chip for the Xbox Series X console, and the new chip is claimed to be a little bit smaller, more powerful, more power efficient. Not more powerful. And could lead to a lower cost of production. Of course, this happens all the time. I mean, if you look at in the past of every console generation, pretty much ever since, I would even argue that ever since the PlayStation 1, these companies have figured out a way to make their systems smaller and sleeker and better. I would argue PlayStation would be one of the first console companies to be able to do that, right? With the PS1, right? Because they had the regular PlayStation 1, then they released the smaller PlayStation 1.
I mean, NES did a revamp, though. Like, I don't know if the hardware was any different, but I mean...
The hardware was different, wasn't it?
Yeah, they went from, like, the front loading to the top loading, so I don't know what exactly they traded, but I think those were one of the first ones to reiterate.
But I don't think that the way they did like a new console generation, almost like Xbox did with the One X or whatever, is more powerful. Where I think PlayStation was, like they said, the PS1 is the PS1, and if you buy the new PS1, it's still the PS1. They're all PS1s.
Oh yeah,
they all play
PlayStation
PS1
Entertainment System, and then it was the PS1 O&E.
Yeah.
Then you could buy that little screen for it.
Yeah, those games. Yeah, like that's cool, man. Anyways, Xbox. New hardware, apparently, they're working on it. I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah, there's going to be revisions. That makes sense, yeah.
I'm still waiting on
I mean, PlayStation already did it.
Like a Chromecast type of USB stick you just plug into your HDMI port on the TV, and there you go.
That just seems like such a no-brainer, doesn't it, at this point?
It has to be happening.
I'd expect it to be announced here at their upcoming presser, so I think we'll see it this year.
Yeah, I think so too.
I can't think of what I would use it for at this point because I have a Series S.
You do, but like I said, man, think about how many people, like little kids, do not care what they game on. They don't care if they play on a fucking 4K TV or a 720p TV. They don't care.
Why you have the Series S.
Yeah, you throw
$50.
Yeah,
$50.
plug that shit into your TV. Yeah.
I remember I said Wing on the
Travel.
show. I said, if you put that into a Target, Walmart, and you put those on racks, like you said, with the $50 thing, and you just like play the,
or
like
play
a
all
bundle
that comes, comes with a controller for like 50. Well, I don't know. It'd probably have to be because you gotta have a controller with it.
Do a controller bundle with it. Make it, instead of like a $60, what the controllers are now, make it $80, but give them a free trial, like a free month of whatever, like Game Pass. Whatever.
Yeah. It's about bringing you into the community and getting that money. I mean, they'll make that back quick. And I would use it for when I travel. I used to always just like lug an Xbox around. I just take that thing with you.
Yeah.
So much easier.
Yeah. Razer co-founder Robert Krakoff, known as Razer Guy across the internet, has died at the age of 81.
Wow.
Reports me. He died April 26, 2022. Krakoff was a key player in bringing the first dedicated gaming mouse into the world, what would later become the Razer Boomslang. When the first company making the Boomslang went bankrupt, he then co-founded Razer alongside current CEO Min Lian Tan in 2005. They released a statement saying, "We are saddened by the passing of the co-founder and president emeritus, Robert Krakoff. Known by everyone as Razer Guy, Robert's unwavering drive and passion for gaming lives on and continues to inspire all of us." So,
he's the reason for your gaming mouse.
Yeah.
Pretty much, right? You think about it.
Like, anything, even other brands,
even think
originated from his design.
Yeah. Think of how big gaming peripherals have become in the PC world, Probably because of him.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Rob. Thank you.
Wow. Another news.
More metaverse.
I got more metaverse news here, Gunny. Tech giant Meta, previously known as Facebook, plans to launch at least 4 brand new VR headsets by 2024.
What the fuck?
2 headsets are now focused on work and productivity, Project Cambria and Funston, while the other 2 on new versions of the Quest headsets, Project Stinson and Cardiff. Those are going to be used for gaming. And pretty much one of them is going to be a VR AR device that is focused on work use cases. And, whatever. It's going to make, it's going to have high resolution screen to make reading text easier, blah, blah, blah. And, anyways, 4 new headsets from fucking...
They want you sitting in a cubicle in the metaverse.
Yeah.
Or sitting at home.
Or, I think Zuckerberg's weird little thing where, we have meetings in the metaverse all the time, and they're just, sitting in a fucking meeting room. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can sit at home with our little headsets on, except we actually look like we're in the conference room.
Yeah.
All together.
Valve has been hard at work deploying substantial updates to the brand new Steam Deck over the past few weeks, with the optional beta version of the device operating system already loaded with a number of much-needed improvement and upgrades. But not everything seems to be going to plan. However, as one Steam Deck user may have discovered with serious flaw, it says here, a person on Reddit, discovered the system's input latency. And, Anyways.
Man, they fucking pushed my pre-order out to Q3 now.
Did they?
Yeah, it was supposed to be here. It was supposed to be Q2, and I was basically in the list that was going to get it now.
Okay, I heard somebody
pushed it out to I think it's September to... Or no, I think it's July to September now.
Yeah, I know my son finally got his eyes on that Steam Deck. He's like, hey, there's a Steam Deck I want. Like, all right, he's just a general gamer, right? But I'm like, dude, well, if you order it now, you might get it in 6 months or 6 to 9 months. Good luck.
Yeah, I just want it for the smaller games, basically.
Yeah, that's what he plays, so it would be perfect for him.
Like, I guess I could use my Switch. I just don't like it.
In other news, a person was live streaming the brand new Nintendo Switch Sports, and during his live stream, he was playing the tennis game or whatever.
Mail's been playing that.
And the Joy-Con flew out of his hands.
Just accidentally or purposely.
And he busted his monitor. Yeah. Nice. So anyways, just be careful, people. You know, that stuff happened a lot back in the day, too. Remember?
That's what the wrist strap is for.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, do people not use that?
These are attached to your, to your Switch.
Yep.
But I guess
in other news,
flicking, then it would just fly off.
No, you hold it on in your hand.
Yeah. People are just lazy sometimes. They let their hands go.
Like
that's right. You could do that, yeah.
Yeah, you detach it from the Switch.
Yep. Anyways, in other news, the CEO of Intel has now warned that a global shortage of semiconductors will now likely last until 2024.
It'll keep going. It'll keep going. Next year they'll say 2025, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to keep going until...
The year after that, it'll be 2026. Yeah.
Those U.S. manufacturers actually get going. And then shit's just going to get more expensive.
But
inflation. Here we go.
But bring Americans' house back. Yeah, America. Fuck yeah. In other news, moving on to some PlayStation news.
How's PlayStation?
Oh man, what about the Fisher Price guy or the controller beating Elden Ring with the Fisher Price controller?
That was a bonus I threw in there, Bill.
In other news, PlayStation is now hiring, Gunny. Are you looking for a job? Maybe Wingman is.
Not with PlayStation, no.
It's about 2 hours away from me. Well, we
what the hell, Sony?
Here in Northern California.
That's here on this listing. Sony Interactive Entertainment seeks a highly qualified director, corporate development. SIE's corporate development team works closely with SIE's management team and is responsible for identifying inorganic growth opportunities through acquisitions, investments, or joint ventures. So pretty much they're looking for a new acquisitions manager. And this was after, didn't last week weren't they hiring for like some PC strategy, some shit?
Yeah, to get their games on PC.
Go to Steam, guys. There you go.
Yeah, just go to Steam. Yeah. Problem solved.
Right.
I saved you like $250,000 right there every year.
Trust me, EA tried this for the Origin thing, and it didn't work out twice.
Let Jesus work for you.
They can't put games day and date onto PC because it would lower the quality of their games. Come on, guys.
Yeah, guys. What the hell are you guys thinking?
Man.
God. We got quality games on PlayStation.
Not even in subscription based.
Yeah, they don't want to lower the quality of their games.
Wow.
Yeah, that's like the biggest thing outside like with the PlayStation Plus stuff. Like outside of the day and date, like you don't even have like a PC thing to incentivize. Like that's
what, are they
a
afraid
big
to make
thing.
Money? I don't know. I'm sure this is a corporate decision from Japan. That's tell them this.
Well, yeah, they don't understand though. It seems like the Sony overall corporation doesn't really understand the games anymore. Like, kind of like what Microsoft was before, where it was just like, yeah, whatever. It's just the game division. Just you guys are making money. Just keep doing what you're doing. We're not going to adapt or change.
Right. That's pretty much it because they know like, I mean, at least Jim Ryan, whoever the fuck, he knows like, man, we're gonna make a killing if we put this on Steam. By the way,
and they're not wrong.
Steam.
People are still
Japan's
doing it and defending their choices.
Yeah, and Japan's going, well, we wouldn't sell enough PS5, or we wouldn't sell as many as we'd like to sell. On the console space, we've been doing this for how long? 30 years or whatever.
Well, they're gonna regret it.
Like, just it's not. Yeah, it's stupid.
Movies, music, books have all moved away from physical hardware to digital, and games are doing the same. And if Sony just wants to stick to the hardware, they're gonna be left behind. They're gonna rue the day that they just said no, we don't want to do this stuff. We got to make money on our consoles because the money's not there. The money's in the services and the software, and they should know that by now. They've had PS Plus out for long enough.
Yeah, they just feel like they don't need to do anything because they're
Nintendo,
ahead.
I guess maybe same situation, right? Similar style of we make our handhelds, but
I think Nintendo they're a whole different beast. They're a company under their own. They don't really have a competitor.
That's true.
They're not in the same game.
They've won the handheld market.
Yeah, they're doing their own thing.
Yeah, and that's fine
and it's working.
Yeah, it works for them because they really don't have a competitor there. Where Sony, when you really talk about consoles and competition, it really is Sony and Microsoft, and we thought Google was going to be there. Amazon's trying to get involved with Luna. You got the PC. That's all competition. And I wouldn't even say PC is. I mean, PC is more of, come over here and play with us. We'll put your stuff here.
Yeah, PC's kind of its own thing too. They have all the ecosystems on there, and then people just complain because they have to download another launcher.
Right.
Yeah.
You don't have to buy your $500 console. Just download this launcher. I don't wanna.
Yeah, we've talked about this on our show that and even though we're an Xbox focused podcast, all of us would pay. I would pay for a subscription to Sony Game Pass, if you will, if they made it available day and date and the games were crossplay. Like if you could do cloud gaming, put an app on the Xbox. I log in with my Sony account that I'm paying for, and I can play and stream those games on my Xbox. Or PC gamers can play them on the PC. They're going to gain a lot more subscribers, and those people stick around and pay money every month. The idea of selling a $70 game once a year, like they got a lot of people that play Call of Duty on the PlayStation. That's the only game they play. So they bought a box once, and then they buy a game once a year at $70. Sony's not making any money off of that, very little. And then and if you go and give them a Game Pass now at the $15, $20 a month, that adds up to a lot more than $70.
Well, yeah, then they got
them as customers for life.
Yeah, that's the same thing with that story that's coming up. It's like you guys you want those people invested. You want those people in your ecosystem. Like them, stacking subscriptions and paying for it is what.
Oh my.
You're gonna upset Jesus.
Breaking news. Sony reportedly is blocking subscription stacking of PS Plus and PS Now ahead of the service revamp. So, some users on Reddit were saying they were getting an error code on their PS5 consoles when they were trying to attempt to redeem a subscription for PS Plus. Like you get the prepaid cards.
Yeah.
They were trying to redeem subscriptions. They couldn't add it. It would give an error code. So they would go to the website on the PC and they would be hit with a, you can't add this to your cart because you've already purchased this item. So, at the time, Sony didn't say anything, but now Sony has confirmed that it has, quote, temporarily blocked subscription stacking. Although voucher codes will still be valid when purchased, ahead of the launch of the new PlayStation Plus membership service, some users were attempting to extend their subscription by redeeming PS Plus and PS Now codes. They said, as we prepare to launch the new PlayStation Plus membership service, we are doing some work behind the scenes to make the transition as smooth as possible for all our existing members. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And now I have the conversion rate. Okay.
Fucking confusing ass chart.
If you go right now, Gunny, and buy a voucher at the store, but you are already an existing subscriber to PS Plus, say your PS Plus doesn't expire till next January, but you you know this conversion shit's gonna happen. So you go now and you buy a bunch of codes, right, to put them in. Okay. Well, now you're gonna have to wait till the service launches before you're gonna be able to redeem those codes.
Oh, that blows.
Okay.
Yeah, that sucks.
Once the ability to redeem these vouchers becomes available, they will be prorated based on the version of the service you are subscribing to. You will get a 1-to-1 subscription if your new tier matches the old one. For instance, if you're sticking with the basic PlayStation Plus Essential, a 1 year of PS Plus voucher will still get you the 1 year. But if you're jumping to the PS Plus Extra, a 12-month plus subscription will now only get you 219 days of subscription time. While if you move to premium, they're top end. A 12th-month PS Plus subscription will now only net you 183 days. Wow. So they're not letting people get a freebie on this shit.
No,
they're like, no, fuck you. You guys are going to pay the full price.
It would have been nice, though.
Wow.
They would have said, like, fine, let's do it like Xbox did it when they were first coming out with Game Pass and just keep stacking it for 2 years.
You can still do it. It's still a thing on Xbox. You could, if your subscription runs out, you could stack 3 years of gold on there and then just upgrade to Ultimate and get all that for the same thing.
Yeah, no, well, I think they stopped it. There was something that came out. It was a while back, Bill, that they stopped
a bullshit move from fucking Sony.
But still, they let it go for a long time. Yeah.
I think it's such a shitty move from Sony to do this to your gamers. Knowing you're going to launch this new service, you want as many subscribers as possible to it. Why not let them get a free 2 years or 3 years?
Yeah, boost your numbers.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
Really,
you want
it's technically not even free.
When you're trying to make these business deals around it, you want those higher numbers. Be like, we have this many subscribers. It doesn't matter what they paid. That's way more valuable, and that's another thing.
Because when you go to developers, you can convince some developers to lower the price of whatever they're going to charge you for putting their game on Game Pass.
Look, it's going to get in the hands of all these people.
Yeah. We have 30 million people at launch, boom, okay, that's a big number, as a developer, you're a publisher, you're like, okay, yeah, we want this game in front of those many players, But I don't know, Sony, it seems like they just don't care. I think they're just like, fuck you, you're going to pay.
Yeah.
It's like I said, it's the same thing as it's the start of the PS3 era Sony all over again. It just keeps looking more and more like the same thing where they're just like, dude, we're on top. Fuck you. You're going to buy our system anyway.
Isn't it like history keeps repeating itself with gaming?
Yeah.
With like these gaming hardware companies.
Yeah.
Like whoever's on top does the stupid fucking decisions that they're just not thinking.
Every time. It goes back and forth. Like Microsoft did their whole fuck up with Xbox One and you can buy a 360.
Yeah, you can buy. You live in a submarine. Everyone has internet. What the fuck? Go buy a 360
if you're in a submarine. Or like PlayStation 3 with. Oh yeah, it's really expensive, but we're confident that our fan base will get a second job to pay for their PS3.
Yeah, when it was $700.
Yeah, it's just like, come on, you guys! Like,
I remember walking into Walmart. I was a hobo at the time. I was like, no. What is this
and then
thing?
you just see nothing. Like, there's certain articles about it, but if Xbox did this shit right now, like. It would be all over. It'd be like top story everywhere. But like people just accept it's like they're PlayStation.
And it would be what is it? Pitchforks and torches, right? With
there'd be a huge outcry.
So why not the PlayStation community? Let's get on this, right? Remember when they were trying to do the same thing that they were not doing the now I'm trying to think of the name of where you upgrade, from one console to the next, whatever that's called. And people called him on it on PlayStation. So
like the cross-gen stuff, a
little bit of that, where it's that smart delivery type situation. And Sony was like, we're not going to do that. And then everybody online, thanks to That's the one good thing I like about the Twitter police and the Reddit Gestapo, whatever you want to call them, right? Where, man, they do good stuff sometimes. Where if they get on,
they're not loud enough right now.
That's good.
Yeah, they're not being loud enough right now.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, they need to. They need to.
Like,
step
where
up
are they
game.
now? Like, this is BS.
Yeah.
So
maybe they like PlayStation, and they're like, "Yeah, good job, Sony.
No,
good job.
don't say. Come on. No.
Good job, guys.
Call them out on this. Make so people like whatever like me.
No, they're just defend them. They're just gonna defend them. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. Like, I have all the consoles. Obviously, I prefer Xbox, but like, you got to call them out on bullshit. It worked with Xbox, like when they were gonna increase the double the price of Xbox Live. That shit lasted longer or less than a day. They're like, nah, fuck that.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll switch it back.
I'm sorry, guys. We were just kidding. Just kidding, guys.
You gotta call them out for that bullshit.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Phil just got a little drunk.
The internet gives you so much power as a fan base to just, no, fuck this. We don't like it. And you're going to hear about it. And most companies are going to back down. But, yeah.
I don't know if Sony would back down, though.
I'm with you there. I'm with you there.
They did with the cross-gen stuff, like with Horizon.
But not fully. Not fully.
No, they tried to hide it. They did it, but they hid it.
Yeah, remember Epic was like, they did it in Fortnite. All of a sudden, Xbox and PlayStation, where they're like, oops, sorry, we made a mistake. And it's like, they did it on purpose to prove to Sony, it's like, it's not that hard. We can do it for you.
Yeah, but even then, Sony kind of got their way with their like cross-gen tax. Like, oh, well, anything that these people buy on these consoles, we want a share of.
Yeah, it's so stupid.
So, yeah, they probably wouldn't do it. And, it doesn't matter because people are just going to buy it anyway.
Not just that. I feel like they won't. I don't think that Sony will back down as easily as Xbox would. Xbox is a Western-based company. And Western companies are fucking like all about the consumer. The consumer's always right, Where fucking Sony and Nintendo, they're based out of Japan, dude. Like the guys here have bigger bosses over there calling the shots, and they're like, "What the fuck are you doing, dude? What are you doing, motherfucker? You're giving away You're what? You're doing what? You're giving away games?
Yeah, no, you're not.
Hell no, you're not. We're charging more for our games. What the hell are you thinking?
Yep.
Yeah. Speaking of that, last week PlayStation, developers were saying that, they were like, what the fuck, Sony, you're making us, you're going to be putting our game out for 2 hours at the premium price. Apparently every game at or above $34 in value on the store for Sony will require a time trial for PS Plus premium members. Sony reportedly will be taking care of producing these trials on their own. So it says here developers won't have to do anything. They'll just put the game on the service or whatever, and Sony will go in themselves, the marketing team or the store team will go in and choose what 2-hour block time they're going to let the players play the game.
Yeah, okay, but are they going to pay those developers for monetizing shit they didn't make?
No.
Because those developers should be getting paid for that. Sony is making money off of that. And it sounds like they're just going to, we're just going to cut your shit in half or into 2 hours, and we're going to make money off of you and the work you did.
Well, come on, man.
It's BS, Jesus. It's more BS. It's very consumer friendly, correct? Except for the fact you're paying for demos.
You know what?
But if you already want the retro games and you get that as a bonus, yeah, that's kind of cool. You get 2 hours to decide if that's actually something you want to pick up. But the problem is that that's the highest tier, and really the only other benefit is those older games. If you don't want the older games, you don't get the demos.
I know that sounds very confusing with, let's say, a developer
Demos, no demos.
Yeah, it's just like
not even,
I don't know, man.
Whatever, right? I mean, a Sony studio, but still, like, I don't know. And then you're gonna, whatever, they're gonna, or even a third party, you know. And let's say it's a PS5 exclusive, but I don't know. It's like, now I got to make a fucking demo for these guys, and
well, no, they don't.
I don't want them to choose 2.5 hours.
Yeah, that's the thing. Is
I don't know. It just seems
that's
weird.
Sony's answer is, they don't have to make the demos. Our team's gonna cut the game in 2 hours. But it's like some games, especially like Japanese RPGs and stuff, the games don't get started past 2 hours.
Yeah.
So some people are just gonna play this game for 2 hours and be like, "No, this shit sucks. I'm not playing this."
Can you see him playing Death Stranding, going a fucking walking simulator? There's no vehicles in this game.
Well, I mean, that is the game, though.
Oh, there is a vehicle, but you gotta play 10 hours.
You pretty much know what you're getting into 2 hours into that game.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I'm with you there. Like, it's kind of crappy for the developers, and I don't like the fact that you're right. You're actually, as a member, you know, you're getting this feature, but you also got to remember you're paying the top price for that service. You're paying what? It's $20 a month, isn't it, or something like that?
$18 a month for the highest tier. And it's
But
one of those things that they made.
Why are you
tier.
paying for a quote free demo? It's not free. You're paying for that.
Yeah,
it's not consumer friendly.
2 hour trial that you have to subscribe to.
Yeah, it's not consumer friendly at all.
No,
it's them milking more money from their customers.
Yeah, unless you were planning on paying the $18 for older games, and then you can look at that as a bonus. But even then, it's stupid. Their tier system is confusing to begin with, and I don't understand why the retro games are on the highest tier. That doesn't seem right. And then I was listening to one of the podcasts, and one of the guys wrote in, and he's like, I don't play games online, so I only subscribe to PlayStation Now, and now I have to pay more money for PlayStation Now as my subscription because they're getting rid of PlayStation Now and merging it to the more expensive thing. He's like, so instead of $60 a year, I have to pay $18 a month for something I've already had, and they're taking away from me.
Good point. Yeah.
Wow, I never even thought of that. The current people that are already subscribed to PS Now, huh?
Yeah, if you don't have PlayStation Gold and you only have PlayStation Now, your shit's like double the price now.
Yeah,
that is crazy.
Yeah.
Hey man, but you get demos, bro.
Cloud saves, man. Cloud saves.
Oh yeah, and you pay for cloud saves too. That's a whole other thing. I can't believe you're paying for cloud saves still.
Man, it really sounds like they didn't think this through with all tiers, but especially with this.
Maybe
the 18.
Maybe that is a Japanese thing because Nintendo makes you pay for cloud saves too.
Telling you, dude, Japanese companies give no fucks. You owe them for being there.
The money, just the money. You're in our ecosystem. We own you.
Yeah. Well, you know who they probably copied with the demo thing and the retro games? They probably copied Nintendo.
It is. It's when it came out.
Everyone's thinking, oh, they're trying to compete with Microsoft, and Sony's over here looking at fucking Nintendo like we're gonna take you out.
That's the thing, though. Like, yeah, on paper it compares more to Nintendo Online, but Jim Ryan came out and said we have an answer to Game Pass in the works. Those are his words, and this is their comparison to Game Pass.
He's the American guy. The Japanese CEO told him, "You're supposed to say we have an answer to Nintendo."
Nintendo's the one we want to mock. We want to follow Nintendo, not Microsoft.
We had lunch with them last week. They're across the street.
Yeah. Those assholes were making fun of us. Oh yeah, it's like
I don't know, man. I don't understand it. Like.
Yeah, I don't either.
Like PlayStation's in the news all the time now again, but it's all for like negative shit. And yet they still have the biggest fan base. I don't know. Like they make good games. Their single player sad dad games are awesome, but
they're good.
But like
when they come out.
Yeah, when they finally come out. I mean, I guess we can't really say that much because
no, that's true, but
Microsoft hasn't delivered 100% on their shit yet too, which hopefully, starting next year, if shit gets rolling again, we'll have that every quarter big title to Game Pass.
Halo Infinite's still not finished. Shots fired. fine. It doesn't
It's
have
not
co-op.
finished,
Bam,
and it probably should have been delayed another year. But I liked what I played.
gotta
I
shit
don't
on
care about
Microsoft,
multiplayer, and I liked the single player shit. So I got what I wanted out of that game.
That campaign is awesome.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, people on Twitter aren't very happy about this whole conversion rate stuff with PlayStation Plus already. They're not happy that you cannot stack your current subscriptions to their actual value, monetary value right now. And like people are pissed off about that. And so some of the people on Twitter were pissed off. One of them said, PlayStation is really screwing over their fans with PlayStation Plus not allowing stacking and conversion to the new structure. I got years of Xbox Game Pass after my Gold and EA subs converted over. I still haven't paid for it yet.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
Yeah, you could be 3 years when that shit happened. And you can still do it. What they changed is when you convert like a year of game or of Gold, it converts differently to Game Pass, kind of like that confusing chart that you're looking at. But if you go out and say your Game Pass runs out and you go buy 3 years of Xbox Live Gold, you can put that on your account and then upgrade it to like buy a month of Ultimate and all that shit goes Ultimate. That still works.
It still works? Okay, I thought they changed it, but apparently that's...
You just can't be a current subscriber. It has to run completely out to do that.
Ah, okay.
Oh.
Because I just did it with a friend of mine that just bought an Xbox last week, and yeah, he bought 3 months of Gold, and then still did the conversion. He's only has to do $1 because he has never had it, so he got 3 years for the $1 plus the $150 or whatever he paid for 3 years of Gold.
Yeah, well, good luck to Sony on this, and hopefully it works out for them, and
it probably will.
Scratch that whole third tier and keep
people will probably just deal with
simple.
Yeah.
Well, that middle tier, I can't remember who was talking about it.
Does.
I heard the somebody described the middle tier perfectly. I can't remember what it was, but they said the middle tier is the medium fry. The middle tier is it's only $3 more. Let's get the more expensive one.
Yeah. Yep. That's what it is. It's yeah. Everyone's going to really go for the expensive one.
Supersize it.
Yep.
Yeah. I wonder if they charge $18.99 because that's what Netflix was at the time.
Yeah, possibly. Aren't they still $18.99?
Didn't they go up or something?
Did they go up again?
Is that what they went up to?
I thought they went up to $18.99. I don't know.
Maybe they're. I think they're at $20 now.
I pay for Netflix. I've always had. Yeah, it's always been.
I think
Amazon. And
I think they're. Yeah, I think it's like 19 something. I think you're right. And then I don't know. They're like, oh, we're gonna start doing ad supported ones so you can pay less. And it's just.
Yeah, I don't know about Netflix, man. I feel like they're kind of falling off.
Yeah,
I like Hulu more.
I keep seeing they're canceling more shows.
I don't really watch Netflix at all. The only thing I can't stand about Hulu is the ads, and you can pay to get rid of that too. But
yeah,
I don't pay anything for Hulu.
Hulu
because it's included in my cell phone.
You get ads no matter what on Hulu.
Yeah,
I think
I've
you
seen ads in Hulu.
Yeah,
I think there's
no because I have the premium.
Yeah, there's a no ad version now.
Is there now?
They do the intro thing in the beginning, like if you're watching a Fox show or something, like the Fox logo will pop up for like a couple seconds in the beginning, and then the show will start or whatever, you know.
But yeah, it's extra. It's like almost double the price, but yeah, you don't have any ads.
I think it's like $15 for the premium.
Mm-hmm.
I never did Hulu because of that. I like Netflix a lot, and there's a bunch on there I watch, but the one service that I'm about ready to kick to the curb is YouTube TV. You want to talk about price increases? In the last year and a half, it's gone from $40 to I think it's now $70. They're jacking their price up about every 6 months.
Fucking Google.
Wow.
And it's like, I'm like, might as well be paying for cable prices now. It's like
that is cable prices.
I just got rid of
it's
like
not
long
keeps
ago.
going up.
That was the point to get rid of
all the other subscriptions.
Yeah, it's just like, all right, I think I'm about done with YouTube TV because I can watch everything now on all this other Peacock, Paramount, freaking, all these others.
Yeah, I'm
it's
pretty
like,
much paying for all those now at this point.
yeah, it's like, okay, this is getting ridiculous. And
Because
then freaking YouTube wants more money, and you don't get anything.
no,
What?
And
So what was
I
the deal
pay
with
for-
what you do get from?
I pay for premium YouTube, but I don't pay for the TV stuff.
yeah, I saw that the other day. Now they're trying to get me to buy that YouTube Premium with up to 5 people in your home. Like, whatever, dude.
Oh yeah, they have family plans for that now too.
Yeah, it's like, no, go away.
Let me ask you this, Reman. If you're part of YouTube TV, do you get YouTube Premium as a thing?
Nope.
Wow.
You got to pay separate for that.
Oh,
Well, that's lame. You'd figure that would be like included, right? It's so expensive.
Yeah, I'd almost think this was
You
a
would
Japanese
think,
company.
but it's Google. Yeah, Google's the Japanese company of America.
Yeah. But that's all I have for news, Gunny. There's really no other news, no other big news. The initiative provided an update on the Perfect Dark game after they got bought by that Embracer group or whatever. They said they're still working on it. Okay,
We're still working on it.
still going.
They're still going. It's coming sometime.
Dude, I know there was some shakeup. You know, we read it a couple months ago or less, just within that Xbox studio, and just some male machoism going on and leadership, possible changes. And
Did you guys see that? The Matrix Unreal demo. Did you see how somebody modded a Superman flying experience VR in that shit?
yeah, I saw
really?
that on. There was a streamer. Well, I watched him on YouTube, but I was like, "What the hell is that?"
You have to have quite the hardware to run it well, but it looks pretty fucking awesome.
It does. I was like, "Is that a new Superman game?" And I was like, "Yeah."
Nope, it's just that Matrix experience demo or whatever, and somebody just fucking put you as Superman, and now you can fly around in VR.
Yeah, I thought
That's
that was
cool.
awesome. Yeah.
But yeah, man, that's it for news, Gunny.
All right. Hey, let's move over to the console corner. All things console, free games and subscriptions included, or free, however you look at it. But for the beginning of May, welcome to May, for PlayStation Plus, you get, for your Plus subscription, FIFA 22. That's going to be available on the PS4 and the PS5.
I think that's also coming to Game Pass this month.
Yeah, so also there. But the second game you're going to get is Tribes of Midgard. I think that's on the PS4 and also the PS5.
That's one I've been wanting to check out. I have it on a lot of wish lists. And
Is
it
that
looks
the,
cool.
Is that top-down game?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess it's really hard, but it looked really cool.
I think
So I might actually turn that one on and try that.
Yeah, there was I think
I
it's
don't
like
think
3 or 4
Lord Elden
players.
Ring would find anything hard.
Yeah. If you play that, you
Elden
can play
Ring's-
anything. Yeah.
No. No, Elden Ring's not as hard as the other games.
You know,
Oh, yeah.
Like I usually fall off all the other FromSoft games. I beat Bloodborne, but I had a lot of help with friends and those bosses.
Wing, I think you're
All-
going to like this game. I think you'll like
What?
Tribes of Midgard.
Yeah, too bad Xbox didn't have 2-hour trials.
Yeah.
If only
Yeah.
Xbox allowed me to pay for that.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
I
Yeah.
still wouldn't have them.
Wouldn't you be 2 hours in and you'd be already, where do I purchase this game? How much is it? Yeah. All right. And your last game over here is Curse of the Dead Gods for the PS4. So
That's an awesome game.
yeah. For some reason I could not get into that. It was more that Hades clone, right?
Yeah, it was kind of like Hades, but different, a little bit different.
Yeah. Another new thing that I've added to the console corner here, guys, because I just noticed it, is the PlayStation Now. For the month of May, available on May 3rd. You get Naruto Shippuden, the Ultimate
like
Ninja
that.
Storm 4. Was that Soul Calibur 4 and Blasphemous? So all 3 of those games coming to PlayStation Now. Moving over to the land of Xbox Gold. If you still have that gold and you've got Ultimate, you can claim the Flame in the Flood. So it's a good little...
That's a good one.
Arcade game where you play as a girl and a dog and go up and down and go water rafting. But you do go on landing, collect and build things and build fires. So, and your second game for the first part of May is Sacred 2 Fallen Angel. So that's your, I always say backwards compatible game because that's essentially what this is.
That's like 360, right?
Yeah. And, well, over here on to the Game Pass section. So what game? It's usually a game I've already played, but this week. But you do get 7 Days to Die. So did talk about that game, but yeah. Let's see what else here is just added here. I always look on the PC section.
Trek to. Can't remember what the hell it's called.
Oh, that's
not
out yet, right?
2D samurai game. That one comes out on the 5th.
Okay, so by the time you hear this, yeah, check that game out on on the YT.
That game looks awesome. That one, I think they showcased it at like the last PlayStation event, and yeah, it's on Game Pass. I think on the 5th, and it looks like Ghost of Tsushima, like Kurosawa mode, but it's like 2D side-scrolling.
Yeah, I think I was watching Iron Lords play that, showcase that game from PAX.
Yeah,
so
it looks awesome.
But yeah, over on PC, Game Pass Ultimate, you've got Bugsnax, a PlayStation 4 game, right? No, that was PlayStation 5, wasn't it, when that first came out?
It's both. It was both.
Okay.
At launch.
And that other game that I spoke about, Unsold, available on the PC and console as well. Most of the games are now these days, which is awesome when they do Ultimate.
Yeah, they're definitely trying to get better with including all the games on both PC and Xbox.
Yeah, that's pretty. I like the fact that it's just like, wait, no, it's on a console. Wait, I can play it on a PC. No, they'll just fuck it, just release it on both, which is awesome.
It seems like there's more PC games now that aren't coming to Xbox on there though, but it's like the strategy games, like the Jesus games.
Right. Yeah, something they can't. Yeah, that's not right. That doesn't. You'll need a mouse and keyboard, or plays better with a mouse and keyboard.
Man, I played some Crusader Kings the other day. That game's fucking great. That's brutal.
Crusader Kings 3, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that's Ghost Nico. He downloaded that immediately. I don't know if he even has Game Pass or he just gets it on Steam, but yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one.
All right, guys, moving over to the Epic Store. Jesus, I know you spoke about this game called Just Die already.
I spoke about it, but yeah. Give Jesus the credit.
And, I'll take it.
And your second free game from Epic is called Paradigm, where you look like the Elephant Man. If you've ever seen that movie.
Oh, that sounds cool.
I don't know. It looks weird. Check out the trailer. It's a little bit on the cartoony side of where you're playing this apocalyptic Eastern European city. I don't know. It's sci-fi. I don't know what it is. It's weird. Where it has talking plants. So maybe like more of an acid drop type of game. So.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. Hey, Bill, when that comes to Xbox, easy 1,000 achievement points. Play for 1 hour.
Wait, which one was that?
No, I'm just saying Paradigm. If it's probably on console already.
It probably is.
But anyway, that's all we have for the free games and game subscriptions. But we are moving on now to the community questions, where if you have a question, just answer that. Ask away on the old Facebook group and in Discord. So, and our first one comes from Ghost Nico in Discord, where he asks, why doesn't anybody ask questions anymore? Why is that, Jesus? Why is nobody asking? But why is Ghost Nico asking a question? Is that a question? Do I need to answer this question? Let's see. Ghost Nico always asks questions. So, and he's somebody.
Yeah.
Right. Dead Kamikaz3 is always asking questions, but maybe not in the question section. But yeah.
I just ask questions, trying to get the community going. But,
yeah. a lot of times, Bill, I'll just say like whatever it is, right? Where I'll come into the conversation where I'm like, am I too late? Yeah. Wait, I don't want to answer 2 hours later, or whatever it might be. Try to comment on something.
That's fine.
Yeah. Or I'm like, darn it, I was too late on that one. Jonathan D. Hall. He wants to know Marvel or DC. Who is better? Marvel's, I don't know. It's...
Depends what media you're talking about at this point.
Yeah. Marvel or DC? Let's see. I really like Batman. I really like Spider-Man. I really like Wonder Woman. I'm not a big Aquaman fan. Isn't there a new Aquaman movie coming out? Is it?
Yeah.
I never saw the trailer. I didn't even watch the trailer.
Yeah.
I will eventually, but
movie-wise, Marvel's better.
Yeah.
Yeah, movie-wise, Marvel's better, but I like the DC comics better.
Nerd.
Yeah. Silver
Jesus,
Surfer.
you're a nerd.
Which one's Silver Surfer? Is he Marvel?
Silver Surfer's Marvel.
Yes. All right. That's settled. BT, Brian Tilt Jr. He asked how excited you get when you play a game and see an achievement pop that says less than 5%. As it goes and keeps going up closer to 1. And as it goes, getting closer to 1? Or what do you mean?
I mean, it's kind of cool. It depends on the game and the achievement. If it's like a low percentage because nobody's playing this game, then it's kind of like, all right.
Yeah. Right, so it's the other thing. I've been playing Elden Ring. I haven't really looked at the achievements. I'm not going to, Bill. I'm not going to do it because I haven't seen any really pop. It's not something I'm going for. Eventually I will. I think it'll be more like, was it Borderlands 2 or is it Borderlands games in general where people get the least amount of achievements? I think there was like a statistic, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, there was something
I believe
like that.
It was Borderlands 2.
Yeah, I was actually rather surprised with how many people bought, Elden Ring, probably thinking it was something else, and how like the percentage of people that actually beat the first boss was way higher than I thought it would be.
Yeah. So anyway, let's see. So
Jesus loves the achievements.
He's an achievement whore.
Yeah.
Those rare achievements really get to Jesus.
This is a Mayo question, but Brian wants to know if Ohio is ready to be invaded by the Canadians this weekend, and he says, "Go Jays, Guardians suck." So,
I'm assuming that's something hockey related.
Yeah, who are the Jays, the Blue Jays, the Jays, Guardians? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I think that's
it's not
hockey.
The Buckeyes.
No.
I don't know my sports ball. I only know cricket, Brian, okay? I know what and when I was playing the cricket, the thing said wicket. There was a wicket. I never got a wicket, but apparently the other team got a wicket. I don't know. Is that where you just slap somebody upside the head with a cricket bat?
You just played the game. If you don't know, we're not going to know.
No, I still don't know. I'm still keeping myself in the dark on that.
Okay, guys.
I'm going to go down a whole rabbit hole of cricket.
Yeah.
Next week, Gunny, we want the update. How do you actually play cricket?
Yeah. I just the whole fucking thing was intriguing because, they're wearing like these shin guards, but then they just wear sweats. They look like my dad, Like my dad just out on a Saturday ready to mow the lawn in his like shirt tucked into his sweats. I'm like, what the fuck? Did they not wear cups? Where's all the armor?
Athletic wear.
No armor in this game?
No,
where's all the protective wear and the helmets? So
it's all athletic wear. Sweating the oldies.
Sweating the oldies. There you go. Yeah. There again. But yeah, that's I think that's all we have for questions. I think we're done, Jesus.
Oh, man.
Oh, that being said, where can we find you, Wingman?
Is Wingman still with us today? I think he is.
No.
Yep, I'm here.
Hey.
I was muted. Well, you can find me on Xbox Live under Wingman 709. You can also find me over at this Xbox Live podcast and on our Facebook group. A lot of people that are here are over there and vice versa. So, yeah. Thanks, guys, for having me join you today. It was good being back on.
Glad we could have you.
I was going to give Jesus a bunch of crap, but he didn't mention Mass Effect Andromeda, so I thought I'd
yeah, I remember. Yeah, no, Mass Effect Andromeda is great, dude. You should,
it's
crap. Play.
It's crap.
You should play. That game is really good. That game, you need to try, Wingman. You'd be surprised. It's really good.
I did play it. That's why I can say it's crap.
Yeah, it's good. It just sucks that they'll never continue that story, even though like that whole thing was set up for like whatever, a trilogy or whatever, and
it's just done.
It's done. We're never going back to that world. It's done.
Yay!
Maybe we'll get some DLC someday.
One day,
the next Mass Effect game will have DLC that takes you back to the Andromeda.
Oh, people would hate that shit.
I would.
Where can they find you, Bill?
Pathfinder Jesus again. Dead Kamikaz3, pretty much everywhere. Yeah, Xbox, PlayStation. I don't know, there's a big long Switch code.
And you can also find Wingman on this Xbox Live podcast. This is a podcast for Xbox fans, mostly about Xbox, but they do discuss other stuff sometimes. And yeah, it's a family-friendly show, so you can listen to it with your family in the car, without having to worry about it not being safe for them to hear. And I like it. It's one of the first podcasts that I really, really got into, and I really, I've been listening to you guys for, 11 years now, 12 years now.
Yeah, it's been
wow.
Yeah. Before I was listening, before smartphones, so this would have been on an iPod or an iPod Mini. So I had to connect it to the computer. And I don't even remember how but it was like my first podcast, I think. It was like one of the first couple. There was that, and then there was another kind of an Xbox, podcast thing with some people I still follow to this day on Twitter, but yeah, they don't do anything like that anymore. But yeah, it was like, it's just crazy to think about. People are like, what's an iPod? Yeah. Do you sit on it? Like, it's not a chair. Great show.
Yeah, great show. Listen to them.
But find me, Jesus. Find me over there on Xbox. And, not on Twitter, though. But just, like Xbox and Steam, under gamertag, Gunny Chief. Yeah, on the Twitters. In the Twitters, I'm at Kane Marston.
Okay. Find. I know, right? Like some random ass name. Find The Mayo over at The Mayo, mostly on Steam, but he's also on the Epic Store and other places as well. I don't know what he's been playing. I don't know what he's going to play, but find him.
Is probably play more Apex and. No, he's been doing that Wii Sports, throwing his.
Oh yeah, he's been doing.
I can't want to say nunchucks.
Breaking his TV is what he's doing
with his. Switch controller, whatever the hell they're called.
Joy-Cons, guys, come on now.
Silly name.
Joyous Joy-Cons.
Yeah, the so joyous Joy-Cons that break people's TVs.
They're super joyous right to the moment that they break your screen.
Oh, that would suck. Imagine how mad you'd be. You'd be so mad. Because it's your fault.
Yeah.
So you can only really blame yourself.
No, I blame Nintendo. I'm suing them because they designed the game that way. That's what I'm going to say in court. That's what I'm telling my lawyer. My lawyer's
They tell you to put the straps on right when you turn that switch on.
Yeah. So. They tell you to be careful.
Even though people sue McDonald's for burning coffee, so, you could probably get away with it.
And you can also find Ryan Gibb 8777 on Xbox. Find him on Xbox. That's where I'm going to send you to find him. And I'm on everything as Jesus Box Lot. And we'll be back next week with another Horrible Gamers Podcast. Bye, everyone. We love you. Peace out, Brussels sprouts.
What did you say? Never mind. I'm too late. Fucked up. Good night.
You fucked up, Gunny. Bye, boy. Bye.
Welcome to the Horrible Gamers Podcast. I never know what it is. I don't know shit. Makes sense. Recordings.
Remake.